It remains windy, but the lights are on here in St. John's as we continue with the Tim Hortons Brier. They are a team that has been so close so many years only to fall just short. A five-time runner-up in Manitoba, Mike McEwen, made his Brier breakthrough last year in Ottawa. So for the second year in a row, the team from the Fort Rouge find themselves in the playoffs. Team Canada battled through this afternoon's 3-4 game. Kevin Cooey and the defending champions, their drive for title number 4 remains alive. Manitoba, Team Canada, the semi-final from the Tim Hortons Brier next. Winds are subsiding after gusts early today, upwards of 160 kilometers an hour, knocked out power to much of St. John's, including mile 1. During our 3-4 page playoff, Team Canada against Northern Ontario, we got through 3 and then the lights went out. And then when they picked up play after scraping and repebbling, we go to the 9th, and so much pressure on Northern Ontario and the former champion Brad Jacobs, but he couldn't make this shot. It was a must-win kind of shot, a must-have kind of shot. It'll rub and roll and result in another steal of 2 as Team Canada would go on to win it as they stole 4 points. 6-2 your final score. And so now Northern Ontario, second straight year, will play for a bronze medal. Team Canada moves up into the semi-final against Manitoba, and the winner to play Newfoundland and Labrador for the championship tomorrow night. And so it is Team Canada, defending champions, against Manitoba and Mike McEwen. Time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Skip Mike McEwen of Team Manitoba. Our lead is Denny Neufeld. Our second, Matt Wozniak. Third, BJ Neufeld. And we play out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Hi, I'm Kevin Cooey, skip of Team Canada. Our lead is Ben Hebert, second Brent Lang, third Mark Kennedy, and we curl out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, Alberta.
Manitoba finished the round robin with a record of 9-2, Team Canada 8-3, so they had that option of both the last rock and the stones. Glad you're with us. Cheryl Bernard, Russ Howard, Brian Mudrick will join us as well for this semi-final. So Manitoba will have the last rock playing the red. Team Canada will play the yellow, and we're ready to get it underway. Everything delayed by 30 minutes. Wonderful job done by all those involved with this year's Brier to get us back within a half hour of our scheduled time, and Ben Hebert will start things off in the finish.
Mine's perfect.
Maybe a little bit of head games with Manitoba. Canada had the Redstones last game, and so maybe their choice for Manitoba to take the red, just to push Team Canada out of a little bit of their comfort.
Oh, that's pretty really good. Ben thought this side was faster than Puppy.
Not a lot of time for Team Canada, but you know, I think I'd rather it be a tight turnaround than have a couple hours, because you just about carry the momentum from the last game.
Yeah, especially after that win, right? If you lose, you'd like to regroup and lick the wounds, but not in this case. I think you just keep her going.
Can you go here, Beach?
Yeah.
No, just Beach. Just Beach. Yeah, go Beach. Okay.
Sorry, Nate. Good.
Fun.
Roll under there, Cat.
Hack. Hack.
Well, usually a routine for this, any of the teams here, is you leave the ice surface, go to the dressing room, you may have a debrief, you go for something to eat, and then you brief about the upcoming game. I think Team Canada is right out of that sync, basically. I don't know, they play each other so often, maybe there's no need to talk about what you're going to expect. from McEwen if you're Team Canada.
No, I think that's a really good point, Vic. This is pretty much a comfort game for both these teams. They know each other so well. And I think for Team Canada, they just didn't want to waste a lot of time doing anything but refueling, shutting their brains down for a half an hour and then coming back out again. The trick's going to be the focus, I think. You played a long game. The lights went out for Team Canada.
Good.
You know, your mind's a little bit tired from all of that. And then now you've got to come out here and you've got a narrow focus for shots and then kind of take a break in between ends.
Manitoba won their round-robin game. That was this past Thursday afternoon. It was 6-3 the final. They stole 2-10 to put it away. And it's by virtue of that win, 9-2 record, that they got both the choice of the Stones and the last one.
When he gets those little positive, they don't curl.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we'll start with Manitoba.
Well, Manitoba all week, I think, and since that talk in December, really understands the whole is greater, you know, than the sum of its parts. This is really about a team dynamic, and getting the best out of each other. And then this is a team that's been really good with the hammer. They're 10% better than Team Canada, and so that's their advantage. It can be that single point on the board for the win.
And for Team Canada?
Well, curl the lights out. We've been saying with this guy for a lot of years. Like that, Cheryl?
Yes.
Shoot the lights out for this guy and keep the intensity. I think the hardest part, we both have been in this situation, Cheryl, before. You have that emotional win. You're still alive in this event. Your season's not over. Bang, you're right back up, play a world-class team. It's hard to reboot, and hopefully they can get it going as fast as they can.
I thought hammer time wasn't bad.
I have to give Russ that one.
Yeah.
I do. Even I do.
Now, keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Lucky for you, the lights went out. You had that quote.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Clean.
You know, surprisingly, for all the times, all the events that they are in together,
Very nice.
this is only their third meeting. The previous, they won, of course, had one here, round robin. The only previous time was the Canada Cup final.
Wow.
Hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
And Kevin Cooey won that. Just goes to show you, it depends how and what side of the draws you're on, and whether it all works out.
That was a barn burner of a game also.
We often talk about how important rock placement is. If you are Manitoba and you are playing Kevin Cooey, Mr. Double Vision, he has that ability. So, Russ, if you're Manitoba, you got to make sure they're in the spots so that you don't leave that kind of run.
That's the hardest part. It is. You try to be aggressive to stop a great player from make his shots hard enough, but sometimes you put them in the wrong spot. That double shows up, and now you're down two.
No.
Pretty straight here. Langers did nothing here. Rolled out.
I think what Kevin Cooey's been so good about doing all this week is those pressure shots putting on. It's kind of the turnover. You know, you're even in an end, and he makes some great come around and changes the control in the end.
Whatever.
See what Peel does? Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And he seems to have that ability to turn it up a notch in playoffs and put the pressure on. And that's when you'll see some players, when they're in playoff situation, they're not as comfortable, and you see them tighten up, and you see that's where you'll get the odd miss. Kevin doesn't seem to have that.
Good.
Get that out. Right out, right out, right out.
They're good.
Matt Wozniak jumping over just to make sure as we're up and down the sheet here in this first.
Yeah, you want to stay sharp on those things. You didn't want that to be an inch out of the rings, and Cooey freezes to it and maybe forces Manitoba end number one. That would have been a disaster. Probably the best thing that can happen to Team Canada here with the short turnaround, just have a pretty simple end here. Have the skipper have a free shot here, get real good feel. The front end can get from here in what it's going to do.
Wide open end. That's not reason why we're saying Brian, but here it is. You may as well help fill some time here.
Absolutely. The storyline, obviously, today was that power outage. It also affected Team Manitoba just off the ice. I talked with BJ Neufeld before the game, and as a team, they went walking around St. John's, and the wind was so bad earlier today, they were getting pelted with debris on their backs and little stones, and they said, okay, enough of that. We're going to take a cab back to the hotel. So obviously the weather a storyline. Also a storyline, that 1-2-page playoff game, and I asked him, could you have done anything differently against Brad Gushue? He said, we came up against a hot skip and a hot team, but if there's one thing they would do differently if they meet again, play more aggressive early against Brad Gushue's team. Keep in mind, in a must-win game, we haven't really seen the crowd get a little bit nervous and antsy with Gushue gets down in a game, but first things first, they have to handle a very talented Team Canada squad here tonight.
And again, Brian, you know, it always comes back to that, let's call it the Madaw axiom, right? Go early, go get him. And when you think about it, they,
hard, Benny.
he fell behind, and that 3 that Team Canada put on the board, remember?
Yeah, no question about it. Canada was aggressive, and it worked against Gushue. You're absolutely right. I think Manitoba might have a recipe there. And it sends a message that you're not going to intimidate Brad Gushue or any of these guys. They played each other enough there. But in some instances that will happen. You play really aggressive, and the other skip goes, oh, gee, I gotta be careful here, and then you get a little defensive with your strategy.
Yep. Really hard. Whoa, just clean. Good.
And away it goes. So an up and down the sheet first. Manitoba will have last rock when we return to St. John's on this Saturday night.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it.
.44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2017 Ford Escape SE in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. The number whittled down to just 2. And in the final, Martin Crête from Quebec faced off against Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs. And the skip from the Sioux, well, he came to play, scoring a total of 21 points, including a 5 on the Around the Horn triple. Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2017 Ford Escape SE. Welcome back to Mile 1 Center here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador on an eventful day. We understand there's a report in the St. John's Telegram that some 70,000 people are still without power in and around the St. John's area, and they should be, they're told, they should be prepared to spend the night in darkness, and so we wish all of you a safe night. The blank in the first means Manitoba will continue to have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones here in the second.
An aggressive start here by Kevin Couy. Obviously they're ready to go after that short break. Benny Hebert center guard. Denny Neufeld perfect corner guard. Benny came up long on purpose to throw the double guards and make Manitoba make a good one through the port. Denny kicked his own guard, rolled to the middle. Now there's 3 guards in play here.
Weight's good.
How heavy?
Top 4.
Line's good.
Oh, yeah, we're there.
Off then. Back well then.
Back 8. Peace.
Good throw, Brent.
Okay, Langer.
Sorry, he never does that.
No, I thought that.
Was that for weight or line?
Line. Good sweep, Mark. Yeah, I was tight.
Was that for line? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. Mark saying Langer never does that, and that's true. All those years with my brother, they never overthrow anything.
No, you don't see that out of Brent.
Obviously the wrong way to miss that one.
Matt Wozniak.
Never.
Oh, he just ticked it on the way by, so they're and ticking it over too. There's now a little bit more of a stagger, something to get behind. Maybe can't just run them straight back.
Great point pick. That red one cannot be raised to the button, can it? Not anymore.
I thought I was 2 inches tight.
I would suspect Manitoba would like a little bit more time to settle in, because you remember last night in the 1 versus 2 game, it was a little bit more curl, and they commented on it a few times. And Canada just got off the sheet, so they know exactly what they're going to deal with. Manitoba wanting to try to figure it out. So if Team Canada pushes pretty early, it could push Manitoba out of their comfort zone.
Gotta go, guys. Gotta go line.
Got to get it by here, and now he's taking a little bit of weight off it.
Mark Kennedy, Van Hebert. Right down on the brush heads, and great scrub to get it to the top 8.
Was it ever? That saved it.
Good sweep, Mark. Sorry, bud.
They held this enough so that this rub kind of, as Russ, you say, the gear effect just spun it back in underneath the guard.
It's still almost buried. Look at this. It'll just move at the end here. Great try.
Heel. Okay, Matty. Here we go.
I think you'd probably tap that one back and play a little more aggressively if it wasn't the elimination game at the Brier.
Yep.
Certainly
not wrong. Open things up here. You might catch that corner guard on the way by.
Canada is sitting 2 without Lazarov. Got one, and there's that center line, all completely open. There is still now the 2 wide corners. You see them there on the left-hand side, possibly for use by Manitoba.
If you over curl it a hair is okay.
Follow my line. Yeah, you need more than edge of 8. Dead guard it, boys. Yep.
Brent Lang giving input here to Mark because he just threw it twice.
Speed's there. I got too much weight right now. Really tight. Line's good. It's coming down, but we can't touch it. Speed's okay. No, it's got to stop. Sit. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark.
Good.
Not too deep.
Well, yes, a little bit, but not that. Not an easy double.
Sorry, a little hot. 3/4. It's right in front of it. 3/4. Okay. Just now.
Get all 3 to go.
I think you could, Cheryl. You darn close.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Hard. BJ Neufeld.
Yeah.
Go one more time here. Run this back and touch. Oh, just by the second shot stone. Center line, back 8. But now look at that. What's developed over on the left side. If you can ever get behind there.
Some very nice corner guards for Manitoba.
Let that bend a little more. They would have got them all.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Stay away from that situation you talked about, Vic.
You want to be top 8, top 4.
Easy. Get the speed, right? I think we're all there. It's yours. I don't think it is. It's yours.
Higher rather than deeper, guys. Higher rather than deeper.
It's got to stop. Yep. Should, though. Needs to really bad. Good, Mark. Shot. Mark.
Sliding pretty good for them.
Is it ever in number 2?
Bumper.
Seem to be all getting a little caught on the case of the heavies.
This should be pretty gradual.
Hey?
This should be pretty gradual.
Yeah, I think so. Weight's good.
Yep.
Yep.
Really hard, Danny.
Really hard.
Close.
Keep going. Whoa. Weight's good. Whoa. Close. Hard. Yep. Right over. Hard. Shot.
Well, they'll get it there, sitting up. It's a little backing. These 2 teams met in last year's 3-4 page playoff in Ottawa. Cooey winning that and then going on to win the championship. And then
Pick it.
McEwen losing to Brad Jacobs in the bronze medal game.
Too hard. Okay.
That's pretty incredible to have the same 4 teams in the playoff as last year.
Try and pick it, though, right?
Yeah. Half's good. Thin half. Yeah, go for a third.
You would think that McEwen is just drooling here. If they should ever go wrong here and those stones all go, he's got those corners.
It'll be hard to get around those corners.
Easy. Trying to straight pick.
And they do.
Easy weight.
Yeah, just take it. Shot, Kev. You can flip it a little bit this way if you want.
A little late to play the come around now. Kui draws for 2, and then you got a tough decision to try a double and risk giving up a steal.
All right, Mikey.
Mike McEwen doesn't have to take any chances. He's got control of the game. He's got hammer.
Step back there. See it? Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, wait, control it. Just clean it.
A little soft.
Yep.
Hard.
Really hard.
Real hard, Matt. Real hard.
Really hard.
Go, Matt.
Right up,
Go.
Matty. Right up. Right up. Right up, Matt. Right up.
I'm going to ask you
Hard.
something, and it may sound silly. Wouldn't be the first time, but hey. Would you, if you're Mike McEwen, you've got those corners, that stone's at the back 4. You go around, you know that he's going to cap it. Then you play the double for 2.
You probably wouldn't cap it. Yeah, it's good thought, and I think he'd do that if he was losing. But Kevin would probably go to the open side and sit 2. And then
Okay.
now you got a decision. Do you play that feather double?
All right.
Yeah, I do.
Good thought process, though, Vic. That's how you set up your 2. It's just late.
Right.
One shot earlier, I think they would have come around with VJ.
Just control. Yep. Yep. Yep.
I think if you're Mike McEwen, you're just waiting till a really good opportunity comes about. Like you said, Russ, they have control.
Hard. Hard.
Wait till it sets up really good.
Go here. Look at this now, and they're going to try and roll it in behind those corners. They'll tuck a piece, but they're deep.
That is what Kevin Kui's been so good at, in my opinion, all week, is just normally he makes that and he pushes Mike to a really tough blank attempt.
Okay, we'll think back to last night and the that 1-2 page play. First end, Manitoba had the last rock because of their win in round robin, and they missed the blank attempt, if I remember correctly. Manitoba got 1,
yes,
remember?
Yes.
I don't think it'll do anything unnatural. So no, just take a peel. Yeah.
This isn't simple.
No.
It's the first end or second end. You've got edge to edge. It's
Clean. Whoa, whoa, no.
Oh, got to come over now. Say hello. There you are. So we open with back-to-back blanks. It's the semifinal, Tim Hortons Brier.
Clean the whole way. Hard. Clean it. Clean. Just clean.
100% so far, and still perfect. 2 more, Alberta, Newfoundland, Labrador. They are sitting shot wrong. Steel point to tie. Kevin Kui, Heber, pick it, and he does. 7-5.
Hard, Benny.
Make this run back, stick it for 1. Maybe get the blank. You're going to catch it. Yes, you will, and you'll get it to the back and add 2 more. And Alberta are the Canadian men's curling champions. And that was last year. And Cheryl, Russ, take a look here. See, keep calm and cooey on. That's the way you do it. Okay, thinking ahead to your keys in future games. But round robin, then come through that 3-4, then a win over Jacobs, and then, of course, the win over Guju in the final. Keep calm and cooey on. Manitoba, Team Canada, back-to-back blanks, and once again, it is the team from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg that will have the last rock playing the Redstones here in 3.
showing us up, Cheryl.
I still really like lights out. Shoot the lights out.
Thank you.
Close. More, but not a lot.
Well, here again now. So center goes up from Team Canada, interestingly enough. Manitoba saying, we're not going around. We're going to put one in the 3-guard zone ourselves. They could very easily have been that race to the 4-foot, but they're saying, Russ, we need some guards out there.
Exactly, and both teams are sending a message that they're not afraid of each other. McEwen could have played a come around top 8, a fairly simplified end.
Look at this now. You don't see this very often anymore, do you?
But all rocks are valuable here.
Just line.
I think that just speaks to Manitoba being, they said that they were 100 times more comfortable coming into the playoffs this year than last year. More rested. They understood what they had to do at the beginning of this event to be better during the playoffs than they are. That just gives you confidence.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a comfort thing. It's just experience. I mentioned earlier my first Brier, I started 4-1. I'm thinking, well, this is not too bad. And I ended up 5 wins, 6 losses. Came back the next time around, we won 10 games. So you just have a way better chance of handling the noise.
Yeah, and this has been the most unusual Brier. I mean, you must be able to attest to that just with the crowds have been crazy.
For sure.
They've been on the night draw. If you're ever on with Newfoundland, Labrador out there, the intensity and the noise level.
Thought it was ballpark, but whatever you Wait only, guys. Yeah, that's why we're sweeping. Where are you? 12, top 8.
Top 8, top 4.
Go ahead,
Pass
Benny.
this?
No. Go ahead, Benny. Whoa, hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, curler. Langer rolled out wide there. Mark Kennedy couldn't stay in the first end, same spot, and 2 come-arounds in a row wide. Keep an eye on that.
Not a bad spot, though. Better that than deep, and Manitoba has to do something with it.
Put him on your first one. Yeah. Okay.
I like that better than running the yellow in. That could get ugly.
Squirt it in.
I understand the concept of running the yellow because you try to open up the center, but it can be sitting pretty nice here.
Good hack, hair up. Whoa. 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 Hair up still. Hair up. Yep. Danny. Yep. Okay.
Nice call.
We're good.
Let's say that.
And they're getting no movement in that spot.
Well, they are sitting 2 at the moment with last rock, Manitoba and everything. Both of them are at the top of the 12.
Outside edge.
Good chance here, though, the way these guards are all staggered. You get a hit and roll in behind there.
If we can get enough curl here.
Weight's perfect. Board. Clean. Weight's good. No. Little extra. Benny. Whoa. Yes. Yep. Keep going. Benny.
Now, is there a roll here for him? Is there a roll here for him? And he'll get it behind. And there's nothing straight back.
Shot, Brent.
Oh. Nice weight.
Your skip wants hack weight. You throw a hack weight. Good things happen. That's the first one that's managed to get to the inside.
Okay. You can run this also. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I think
you roll here.
Not bad either.
Like the out? We can throw the in. Sure. It'll be straight. Yeah. All right, Matty, here we go. Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa.
And Wozniak.
Whoa. Yep.
Run it back. Oh, and he picked it off. Who cares about straight back?
Really nice throw by Matt.
Was it ever? You can obviously get your own just as easy.
Throw Matty out of boy.
%, weak for Matt. Just beautiful curling.
Solid board. Clean.
Solid board.
No. Clean it. It's clean.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Good shot, Mark.
Well, there's that little area, I always talk about. Front of the house, the control zone, and look who controls it right now, Team Canada.
They do, and it forces Manitoba to have to deal with something. Not
the
any
only
chance
shot.
that they'd get in the rings by doing so. They might be able to spring sideways for a corner guard.
If he makes a good draw, we can. We might be able to corner him. Make this.
Okay.
With these stones, you hit this in the right spot. The red thorn rock will be going sideways.
No. Right off. No.
Might be okay.
It's not going to be bad. That's fine.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, now they'll leave theirs there and punch that Team Canada stone over to a corner spot, covering the edge of the 8.
Right on the button, Mark.
I thought you were a little light, but you would have been top 4.
Are we seeing much curl here, boys?
No, if you guys don't have to kill it, I think that's the right line. Okay. Or do you want to see a little less?
No, I don't think so. Right on the button, Mark.
Line's good. Through.
Easy.
Through.
Line's good. Room.
Hope you can, guys.
Right on the button.
Ben.
Through.
Ebert and Lang right on the
Get to the
button.
button. Yep. Hard, Benny.
Show the skipper
Hard,
what
Ben,
you can
line's
do.
good.
Top button.
Go.
Top button.
Show the skipper what you're made of.
He's chasing at the front.
And how's that?
Oh, that's
Just shy of the pin.
Great sweeping, bro.
Good shot.
Really great brushing to get this back. You leave it a little higher, a little bit more open, and it gives Manitoba a hit and roll in behind the corner.
Hard, Ben, line's good.
Top button.
Go.
Top button. No. Just top button. He's chasing at the front.
Good shot.
I know. Oh.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Whoa. Never. No.
Got it? Sure do. Oh, this could be, and then it just spills too far.
Good try.
So close to being good. Now he's hooked the 2 guards.
No.
Whoa. Oh, good try, man.
Let's lose it in there.
Like that ice?
I think it's lots, yeah.
Yeah, this one
A bit less curl on this turn than we've noticed most of the week.
Yeah, they had to go on marks to get it to finish. I think it'll be a lot based on what kind of weight you throw. If the brushers have to go on it early, could really change the path and it not curl a lot. If they can leave it, take its natural break, then finish it at the end.
We got room.
Good.
We got room.
Not heavy. Line's good.
Line's not bad.
Perfect. We're all
I want to
there.
let it grab
Good,
the
we gotta
curl
wait
here.
anyway.
Is trying to let it work.
Weight's not good.
We got piles here.
Weight's not good.
Get ready, Ben. Make room for 2, maybe.
Still
No.
No, it's close, though. Get ready, Benny.
Stun the team, Mark. Your piece
Yep.
buried.
Go.
Yep.
Get there. Go. Keep going, Benny. Keep going.
Whoa.
That's not a bad spot.
Okay.
That's pretty good. A little
Not
extra.
bad at all.
I came down, eh? Yeah. Didn't really run like Marcus's.
Yeah, they were a little worried it was back for.
I thought Marcus was. I thought Mark slid.
Mark just gets a little more carry than Kevin's. If you leave Kevin's, they kind of plow a bit.
Maybe the difference in rotation.
Right. That's exactly it.
Kevin's got a little softer release.
Threw it really good. Should be good, Mike.
So for those who aren't familiar, softer release means fewer rotations, more chance for the stone to catch.
Yeah, it'll kind of go.
And if it spins, if you're more rotation, it tends to, well, like we talked about tires on a, in the snow, for example, right?
Less friction. If the tire's going like crazy, you're not gonna. It's not gonna bite.
That's why you always say just easy on the gas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, just be patient with it.
Yeah. You're smiling like you've done this before.
I never go easy on the gas. It's like, let's go hard.
Gosh, you're a skip even when you're driving.
What's this easy stuff?
Tricky little spot here. Mike can see enough of this to hang around, but that's what he really needs to do, or Cooey might make a better one.
Hair down. Not bad, though. Not bad. Easy. Easy, Matt. Matt, easy.
Close.
Steady. Whoa, no. Hard, Matt. Hard, Matt. Hard, Matt.
Yellow.
Now they
Right
missed
over.
the opportunity
Right over.
before,
Right
and
over.
this one will be underneath a little bit. But they are the shot stone for the moment.
Oh, it's pretty nice. Kind of forces Kevin.
Shot. I was kind of hoping to roll edge on edge.
I thought it was only going to be edge.
Now a
not
decision,
even getting
Cheryl. You
close.
chase
Well, I had
that
you here.
freeze, which would be
I
the
think you can get away with like this.
natural shot to use that as backing,
Okay.
but they don't know it as
Nothing's
well.
curling.
Right, and
Okay,
he just
it's all
threw this.
good. I
I
think
think
you're
this is a
fine.
call, Russ.
The line's good. Sweep this aggressive for like back four-ish.
Yep, sure.
Really doesn't matter. You don't care if you're behind the tee line or back 4 foot. It's really just bury it. So you're forcing Manitoba.
97.
It's all
Same as
line.
practice. Wait's all there, back 4.
Real similar, I think.
Back 4.
Okay,
That's
line's
good.
good.
Back 4.
I got you. Line's good.
That's perfect.
Right off.
Stay
Line's
with it, Benny.
perfect. Right off.
You just need 8 foot.
Line's
Good.
perfect.
Wait's perfect. Brent to me.
It's gonna have
Whoa.
to curl, Benny.
Line's good. For sure.
Well, you gotta get buried. Yep. Go, go,
Finish
go,
it
go,
up
go.
a bit.
Go.
Now go. Hard, Benny. Yes. Yep.
Wow, and they
Right
sink
up.
this. Look at this go.
Perfect, Kev.
Back 8. And it's really undercover.
Well, that's all you needed, Vic. It didn't matter where, as long as it was shot. But they couldn't make a play at it for 2.
I think Kevin did a brilliant job of throwing the perfect weight. If that had to be brushed all the way down, you wouldn't have been able to get it quite as buried. Just perfect. Look at that.
All right, Mikey, here we go.
Some surfaces
Yeah, not
you
even
could probably
I
throw
thrown in
back
there
line and
that
make
one.
it, but not this. It had a little extra weight. It'll track on you and won't bend.
That would be a huge dip. It'd be a dead hand though, that's so. Okay, let's put us on the lid.
They're kind of talking about maybe.
Got room.
So the force is on.
I got close right now,
Mine's
Mikey. What do
good.
you got? I got there.
Oh, like
Manitoba.
Just a duster.
Drawing
Mine's
against
fine.
that
It's out
one
there.
stone at the
It's heavy.
back of the 8.
It's gotta sit. It's gotta sit, Matt. It's gotta sit.
And you can hear
Don't even
Denny
look at it.
Neufeld saying to Matt Wozniak, it's got to sit here. It's got to sit all on its own. Meanwhile, there's Mark Kennedy just ready to pounce on this, and it will slide and go too far. And so there is Team Canada putting the pressure on. Manitoba unable to respond.
Okay.
Well, they call it a key shot for a reason. Team Canada didn't appear to have much going the entire end until this, and it results in a steal.
Yeah, you know what? This is what Kevin has been so good at. Mike made a great hit roll to the right into the 12 foot. Kevin could have followed it down, decides to play the same shot, buries it deep, forces Mike McEwen to a tough draw to the 4 foot.
And then he was heavy, results in a steal of 1. The key shot brought to you by Cashmere. Nothing feels like Cashmere. And nothing feels like grabbing that early lead. Team Canada has it with the steal of 1. So here in the 4th, once again, it will be Manitoba that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstone.
Just a great team shot on that come around. You know, Mark calling the line, the break point. The boys knew exactly where it was going, right out of Kevin's hand.
I think you're there. Sit. Good. Shot, Den. Very fast. Shot. Very fast.
Yeah, there's the comment, Cheryl. Very fast. It looks about 3 feet quicker than even this afternoon, I would say.
It's really good. Line's really good.
Yep.
On that one side, at least.
Where's the weight?
We're 2/3.
Hard then. Hey. Whoa.
It actually has to curl a bit.
Oh, no, line's good.
No, line's good. Get it tight.
Line's good.
Get it tight.
A little high.
Mark. Yep.
Real tight.
Yep.
Real tight, guys.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Line's fine.
Yes,
Line's
yes,
fine.
yes, yes,
Line's
yes.
fine. Shot.
Emotional man. Stop, man.
You got a pretty good still. Think just line.
I got heavy.
Line only.
I got heavy.
Yep. Gotta go. How much?
T-line.
Really gotta go.
That's light.
Whoa.
It's a different line.
Let's
line.
line this up.
Okay.
And we
Yep.
played all interns
Yep.
going
Whoa.
down the other way, which is the left-hand half as we look.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So the stale side is this one here, the intern that was just thrown, and that wasn't close.
No, because you heard one of the brushers say I got heavy on that.
You know, soft on
So
that?
probably it was heavy on the
Those
fast
tight ones
path,
aren't
but
gonna
not
hurt
on that.
On that path.
Gonna guard it?
I don't like guarding it. We might be able to use it later.
Yeah. You can't really freeze on it now. What about a tight center? What
about
right here?
Yeah, he's just gonna do something like this.
Then go higher than it.
Whatever you want.
Oh, I guess higher he makes the triple.
Whatever you see, Kev.
Sure.
Probably makes the triple,
Yeah,
though.
that's no good.
Might get them all.
Kev, what if we bump it and roll to the center?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not in love with his
Wall of reds.
Okay,
couple walls here.
running out of options.
Okay, pick one.
That's the voice of reason, Brent. Pick one.
Come on up top, boys.
But there again, we come back. If you were with us earlier today,
High center, make it
one of the things that the Team Canada coach John Dunn was saying, they
Okay.
have to, and when they are when they are playing their very best,
Cross it here.
and Kevin Cooey's on his game, it's, what do you want, Kevin? And we're going to get out of your way.
Right.
And his first indication was, I want to go right up there. And then they started throwing this other stuff at him.
Whoa,
Where's four?
You need the line, though,
Top
Ben.
four.
Yep. Whoa.
They just
Top
tap this a
four.
couple feet, Cheryl, as long as they don't
Top
line
four.
up the yellow-red.
Whoa.
Mark.
Yep. Whoa. Off.
Mark.
Mark. Gotta go for the line.
Sorry, Kev.
And
Too bad.
okay, enough. They're covered. They're sitting two again without last rock here in four.
Line was the problem, though.
Run double, is there not?
Just, or even run and stay, you're in a bit of trouble here. They had to cross that.
Great throw.
Seem
Couldn't
more,
that much worse.
seem more worried about the speed than the line.
This.
Okay.
That it crosses his bit, Cheryl, would have been brilliant.
Oh, it would have been perfect. We'll stagger.
Here we go, Maddie.
No chance for this.
Weight's nice. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Shot. Really good.
What a great shot.
That was, yeah.
He's it's back.
How's that? Turn an end around. And they're staggered out in front.
Almost stayed buried. That's why they threw it so soft.
Throw Matt at a boy.
Lower.
Now Canada's got a chance, though, with that stagger you pointed out, Vic, to roll in behind that.
Whoa.
Weight's real good, Kev.
Whoa. This has to hit it.
No, we're close.
Clean.
Weight's perfect.
Easy.
Yep.
Wait.
Off. Off. Benny. Hard. Go hard. Go.
Good shot.
Perfect.
Sorry, I thought we were
Said
rolling
I
away.
probably wasn't going to get to the
Plan.
So important not to get to the inside there. Stop the other team from rolling inside.
Weight's good. Hair up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard beach.
Hard, Beach, go.
Really got to go.
Go, Beach.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
It's good. Right there.
There's some good movement in that spot. Everything's
Ever.
going.
Get the weight right. I should be close.
Heavy hack.
So easy to roll behind those three if somebody rolls open here and gives the other team the opportunity. But you can't wreck either if you're
Heavy hack.
Kennedy.
Really got to go, Brian. Come on, Laner.
Hard, Brent.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa,
Ben.
Little bit. Whoa, good.
Nice, nice.
I just saw yours way wider than that.
Okay.
With a little more weight, I thought.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be huffing and puffing a little bit. This Team Canada coming off the ice.
He knows it.
Oh, just about, I guess, an hour and a half ago, a little bit more than that.
He knows it. Solid half.
This early?
Yeah, I do.
What do you like?
Lock it on, you have this.
Well, we're just debating
Rolling it
on
big.
What they?
Because
You're either doing this,
then we can go around, right?
or here.
I'd be tempted to
I just don't think he's gonna.
I don't mind this.
Yeah, we're just wondering if he's gonna draw around.
If we knows,
If we roll away.
yeah, that's what he might. He might just come right here,
Yeah.
Then you lock it on.
which isn't great. I think you have knows it.
I like nosing it here. Okay.
It is usable for Manitoba. I kind of like the nose too.
Solid half.
Team Cooey ever comes around, then you've got your short run. You roll away. It's always interesting. They do play each other. They know each other, but you're never certain based on the situation. Would Kevin ignore it and go around the center?
Whoa. Take a look.
Clean.
Clean it. Clean.
Yep.
Solid.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, it's good. Oh boy. Good.
6 rocks down there.
The nose, Mark?
Yeah, we have
It's a good spot. You can't, Team Canada can't ignore this.
No.
So it's forcing their
Same
hand.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Same.
Solid hack.
Whoa. Clean.
Same way.
Yep.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean it.
Yep. Whoa.
You don't want to roll this.
No.
Nose.
Good shot.
Look at the weight controller. That did barely to the hack. That's the secret on all those shots.
You got to go around now.
Yeah, like just half bury it maybe.
Yeah.
Just above the tee.
Tough situation
Threw
for
a bunch out
McEwen.
here. Speed should be good.
With that steal, he kind of feels obligated to try hard for the 2 here. But knowing the run back ability of
Thinking here,
Kevin
Beat?
Cooey, you got to be careful here.
I kind of like the idea of not fully burying, because if he does run back, maybe
Look, he might still be able to hit it and roll behind that wall.
spring it behind the off-center guards.
That's right, dead on, top 8. He's going to make it, isn't he?
Line's okay.
Still got light.
Room. Not easy.
Room, guys.
Could leave it a little higher.
Line's getting
Top
better.
8
True.
might be the better
Yeah,
option.
mine's really good. Hard Den.
Hard, Danny.
Hard Den. As far as you can go.
As far as you can go.
As far as you can go.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
good
good
there,
sweep, guys.
actually. Just leave it right there.
This is just sits a little bit longer. Tightens up.
Wow, that's the path we haven't played yet. But you can kind of play it soft and get it
That's
going.
probably the better spot than the top 4.
Marcus, what if
As
we
if
straight
it-
peel it?
Did happen to spring it, it's high in the house.
You're right, Cheryl. If it had been here, Cooey could come down and roll into this area and be really close to stealing again. Now the best he can obviously do is kick it into that area.
I'm wondering if it's a little expensive.
We've seen enough. What are you thinking for weight?
Board.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to try the run
If you
back.
throw the right weight, they curl nice.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
It's worth having a conservative stick around over there. Makes it more expensive for you.
Easy board? Board? What do you...
We call it board. I haven't seen as much out here.
I think what he's thinking is if he hits and rolls over, McEwen goes around, then you've got that run back. If you stick it, you're sitting 2.
Could be costly for Manitoba.
And to your point, if you make the run back, it's so high, Mike might go right around it anyways.
No. Big
Never,
board.
guys.
No. Can't be heavy there.
Nothing.
Flashed it. Well, you don't want to try and carve it?
No.
Anything? Oh boy, watch now where this goes. They've pushed it in to the tee line Full in the 8, and it is covered. Manitoba with last rock.
Those could be the little things you see from a team that's just been on the ice for 3.5 hours, and every now and then a little bit of a mental letdown because that was just an overthrow. I'm right behind him. He threw it good. Just a little too much weight.
We'll see what they say.
I have a look just how good. That's you up there on top of the table. That 10-2, as he's watching the big screen here at mile 1. They're just certain, and we're just chatting with our producer in the truck. There are certain people in sports, whether you make a quarterback, a hockey player, a Sidney Crosby, who are leaders and get the most out of it. And he's quiet, but look at what he's doing.
Those who are comfortable with the uncomfortable. He just never gets rattled. He just
wider.
Top 4.
Okay, well then. Touch wider.
Mind you, that wasn't his best throw.
Still all there.
Speed.
Granted, I can give you that, but
Mine's okay. It just needs to stop, I think.
Should slow down on this side a little bit.
Is it really heavy?
No, it's top 4. Whoa, Danny, it's fine.
Yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny.
Yep.
Yeah, Danny.
Sure?
Go, Danny. Go, 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 go. Go, go.
Oh, since I rolled. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Shoot. Freeze, it's a tough two.
Like if we go.
Gotta be a sliver across.
If we follow him and freeze, it's a really
middle
tough
him
two.
and throw in, turn, peel.
Okay. Just eliminate one of them.
You hear the boys at the other end talking about the freeze, and Kevin has
just a sliver across.
looking at this from the start.
The out turn right on the 2.
That's why he played the shot he did with his first one. I assumed he was going to make it.
Even a sliver high, it probably rolls in there for shot, right?
Yeah.
This adds a pile of pressure here. You try really hard, Cheryl, to make that thin double.
The shade high.
You can give up 3.
Let's make it, Kev.
Even thick here. Just hit it really thick and roll the center line.
Yeah, just guarantee you make one go away. Never want to give up a 3. He'll be close.
Yep.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yes. Hard.
Yes.
Whoa. Yes. 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 Hard. Hard.
oh goodness, oh my. You wouldn't have thought possible. Not the way he makes doubles. That close.
Tried too hard for the double. They had to make noise in the top one, Cheryl. Just hit and stay.
They did. You can give up a 3. Oh.
A little wider. It is.
I like to give you the
but
same weight.
give us the same.
I like the same throw.
It'll be fine.
What about just a broom, more ice?
Okay, it'll be good.
The problem with that one is it wasn't necessarily making the double. You could have rolled in for shot off of that, being buried. Would have been every bit as good.
We got a hair more on that, Matt. That's fine.
Yeah, you needed to ice for the plan B.
Yep.
Make sure you got it.
Yep.
And now they need to hit the paint anywhere for 3.
They're heavy right now.
12.
Don't wanna. We on it?
No.
Don't want to.
Stop, honey.
And as it grinds to a
Shot,
halt,
Mike.
Kennedy's there, going to give it all he can. And it will stop at the back of the 12. Manitoba takes advantage of one of the rare run back misses by Cooey.
Do you think mine hit? Or do you think I was soft?
These were the shots she was making in the round robin over and over again.
Rachel Holman. Weagle will take it all the way. Calling line. What do you got? Oh, you've got 3. Rachel Holman. Great game.
Gotta freeze it. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Can they drag this down and put it on the face again? Can they do it? Yes! Final stone, Ontario. The big brush. Look at this. Courtney Weagle. Have they saved it for her? Yes, they have. In a 6-6 tie, in an extra end. Courtney Weagle. You got to run this back and catch it. Run it back. Got it for a third Canadian championship. Rachel Holman. And so Rachel Holman and the team will be flying off to Beijing, China on Monday. And there's the field, including Bingyu Wang, former world champion. Familiar names: Anna Sidorova from Russia, Eve Muirhead, Elena Petz, world champions both. And because it's already tomorrow over there, make a note of the time, will you? 1 a.m. Eastern Time is our first game on March the 18th as they open against the world champions of 2009, Bingyu Wang. And we understand that the Ottawa Curling Club is having a send-off this evening for Rachel and the team. It's great. And you say hello to everybody at the Ottawa Curling Club, and we wish them all the very best at the Women's Worlds in Beijing.
Keep going. Keep going.
They're also having a clinic this weekend, a clinic or training camp, getting prepared before they get on the plane on Monday.
Okay. The other option is this, Beach.
That was my first thought.
I don't mind that.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, I like it too. Hey, just.
Yeah.
All right, Matty, here we go.
It's kind of like that one I threw in the...
That's the first 3-ender Canada has allowed scored against them this entire week.
Yeah, I believe it. If Kevin had to hit the object rock, the one he raised onto and missed, he'd make it 9 out of 10 times, but he was trying too hard for that double.
We cursed him, didn't we?
True.
Gave him a little bit of a how good he had been, and just don't see him miss that many run backs like that.
Didn't miss it by much. We were on, off. They're happy with it. Just seemed to curl at the end of here, obviously.
Your corner ran pretty true.
You know what?
Through Mark and
No, we threw these draws in the earlier game, and it was really quick.
Yeah, Cups and those guys made a bunch
good
of
here.
draws.
That's different, yeah. Speed's good to the wings, Langer, for sure.
Top tee, boys.
Same as to the center or a little better?
Mark Kennedy's saying it's pretty quick here from earlier games. He's right. He threw one right through in the spot this afternoon. Nice chance now, though. They've got a rock that's shot rock, partly buried. And a really good corner to use.
Wait on, lady. Line's good. Get it here.
Line's getting good. Come on, Benny. Come on, Benny.
Come on, guys.
Come on, Benny. Really getting good. Go, 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 go.
Keep her going,
Keep going.
Benny. Keep
going.
going. All the way under. Go,
I
go,
tell you
go,
something.
go, go. Sweet.
You think about what they've just done, how far they carried that stone, those two.
Well, that was a 15-3, and we've been seeing kind of 14-7 all week. To get a 15-3 there, it is faster, and they dragged it a long way.
Hack,
And
Matt.
it's covered.
Hack, you want?
Just hack.
Okay.
Just the hack.
Piece open.
For Matt Wozniak.
Yep. Just hack.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Gotta go.
Hard, BJ.
Hard.
Go, BJ.
Hard.
Hit it, BJ. Go.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No.
Top that up.
And tap it up they do,
Okay.
and then they'll leave
All right,
theirs
that's not
also sitting top edge of the 12. But remember now, it is Team Canada
A lot further.
that do have the last rock. In fact, they have it for the
Just
first
like
time
this
in the
for
game
now.
here in 5.
That looks easy, sure.
Okay. Is this the right call?
I love Brett Lang.
This is great.
That looks easy. What he's referring to, a little sarcastic. He's
Speed.
going out in the weeds here.
Obviously not the same as I just threw.
No, if you throw the same, you're 3-4 feet short.
Yeah.
So I would add
I got
a couple feet.
Yeah, I got you.
Top 4.
Still a little light. That's a lot more than the last one. Okay.
That's not heavy. Whoa. What?
Gotta go hard.
Line is not great.
Back-to-back
Come on,
stones.
guys.
Keep going, keep going.
A lot of brushing
Keep
here
going.
Come
for
on, get it past this
Kennedy.
one.
Hebert.
Marcus, keep going.
Keep going.
Boy, oh boy. And there's just nothing left in it.
Good sweeping, Brent. Or Mark.
Wow.
Sorry, boys. That's a lot slower.
Just a new path and a bit of a guess for Brent.
Didn't get it in either.
might
That
be
silly
better.
inch. You know, it would have been nice to get that in.
Yeah, it's got to stick for second shot.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to nose.
I just don't want to nose it. Then it
Yeah,
just gives
no, I
him
know.
this into here.
I know.
This isn't the worst.
Can you roll towards the middle? That's just making it easier.
This is the
Roll
best
away.
shot. Okay. Okay, beat your go.
Just easy.
Speed gradual here.
Totally different end than the standard play when a team's 2 down. And we still got some chances here. Might be a double if this doesn't roll.
Mike.
Close.
Yeah, they thought the nose hit would allow that double, right?
Hard. 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 Really go. Hard.
Didn't want to just sit right there on the nose.
Let's go.
It's just a natural angle in there now.
Take your time.
Turn you like.
How much
The
weight are we
problem is-
throwing?
Heel.
Make the double.
Mark's pretty tired
like
from all
the-
that brushing.
I like the out turn, I think.
It's real thick, Marcus. It's like 3/4.
Kev, in turn's good. 3/4, you think?
Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah. Sliver less.
Yep. Whoa. Stop.
Mark Kennedy. And boy, he had the right idea as they'll roll it over and may even be tucking a little piece underneath, a couple of grains.
Pretty nice to get
Go,
shot
Marcus.
too.
If we hit it a little high, you'll make this.
And they are the shot stone, just grabbing the top 4, center line.
Double set 3 here now, though.
Thick and easy.
Yeah, that or normal. Easy's fine if you like that.
Yeah. Firm side on easy.
Yeah, they're trying not to roll too far. You could play this with a bunch of weight, but you spring your shooter away and allow Canada to loop around. So trying to leave the shooter in the way and make the double.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Hard, Matt. Hard.
You got it? You got it?
Hard, Mike.
And they stuff it and they spill it.
Not beat.
Just again, Russ, you come back. It's overused. The weight wasn't.
Toss.
It was a good toss. It was controllable weight. They gave it to the brushers.
Most players, as soon as they see the double called, you want to throw it harder just in case you jam it. You have that extra speed, but it was more important to get the line.
Well, it makes this roll tougher too.
To get in here. Hack.
Tough to get shot rock here.
That's probably the hack weight. You get a little bit of a steeper roll, you might roll the shot. Guard comes into play.
Also, it's a Manitoba stone that is closest to center line. So do you want to roll behind there, or would you take the roll over to the corner?
Right to the corner.
Right to the corner.
Yep.
No.
No. Never for
Hard,
me.
Brent. Hard, Brent. Hard.
Now, where's this roll? Over to the corner like that and bumps it back, and they are sitting the shot stone.
Very nice.
Talk about weight control, both those shots. Denny's and, or BJ's and Mark's.
Oh boy. Yeah. Good job, Marcus.
Only way to make the shot was with this weight, but you risk rubbing off that top 12-foot guard, and perfect.
Pretty slam it that way if you
Yeah,
want.
I mean, it's pretty thin that way.
Yeah.
The good thing about if you just jam it,
Yeah. We might be shot actually.
you know, it's deuce at the most.
Right there.
Yellow, you can make the double either direction, across the face or on the straight side.
This has got to run straight in there.
Yeah.
Even if we jam, it will be shot.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we'll be shot if we
I
jam.
checked mine a hair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Mikey, let's make this.
That's probably
That's
I'd
good.
probably have to throw it about that same way you did, though.
Like just this very small.
Subtle.
Right? Yeah, very subtle.
Be gentle.
Smooth. Yeah.
Manitoba losing last night in that 1-2-page playoff to Newfoundland and Brad Gushue in front of a packed house here. 7-5 the final. Run this back. Oh, very nice. Again.
Mikey, way to go, buddy.
I love the way Mike McEwen looked at that 1 versus 2 game.
Attaboy.
Said that Gushue's team had played incredible and there wasn't much more they can do.
No.
They're making the best of it now.
I think if I remember correctly, it was a 95% for the team.
Because you still have the blanket.
And you
kind
lose.
of, not really.
Gushue's team said it was the best they'd played as a team all week was that 1 versus 2.
Then I don't mind. No. Okay, then I like going here then.
Okay.
Back 4. Yeah. Room for 2.
Probably go a little deep, but
yeah. Back 4.
No freeze and then.
Is that where you had it?
Yep. Even just through the 4-foot, fight the back 4.
Sure.
Kind of forced because of that Manitoba tight 12-foot stone there to go back deep to make the run a little tougher. If they go deep, Manitoba will likely freeze down to it and you hope for a mistake.
Try not to.
Line's good. Line's a little tight, but it's good.
Line's good.
Where are we? Gotta go. Go ahead then. Line's good.
Line's perfect.
Line's good if you go.
Hard, Benny.
Hard,
Line's
boys.
real good.
Hard, guys.
Hard,
keep
all
going.
you got.
Boy, if they got anything left here to
keep
drag
going,
it around, they
going,
do.
Keep going. Right to the tee.
Keep going right at the tee. Go, 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 go.
And just shy of the tee, but shot stone, top 4.
Boy, they've brushed a lot of rocks this end.
Have they ever?
Good shot.
Here we go. Yeah, right on the beaks, good.
They mentioned last night, having last night off was a benefit to Team Canada because they had played so many evening games in a row. So last night was a chance to just dial things back, get in a more normal routine, and then of course the power failure today threw everyone's routine out of whack.
Ready?
Yep. Made for a long game for them.
Yeah.
Right on the nose will do fine, you heard him say. Oh, more than fine. Perfect.
2 great run backs by Mike, a double and then a run.
Really nice curve.
Nice toss, mate. Nice. Really good.
Speed's the same here, Kev.
And here they go again.
They got another one in them.
You betcha. Well,
Line's good, boys.
Ebert and Lang, and they need a good piece of the 4. It's a draw against a couple here. They need a little bit of the 4. And Kennedy's there as well.
Good shot, Kev.
Wow, great shot, but my goodness. Give your props to Hebert, Lang, Kennedy. They brushed their hearts out. It results in a single. 3-2, Manitoba leads it at the break.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
On a day where much of St. John's lost the power, and we still understand there's some 70,000 without power, and we wish you well this evening. After a delay earlier today, Team Canada managed to get by Northern Ontario. However, here they trail 3-2 to Manitoba, and Mike McEwen, who's with Brier.
Mike, at times this week you've run into hot teams and hot skips. Through this first 5, do you feel you're the hot skip in this game?
Well, I think it's a little bit of I made some big run backs there in the past end, but you know, Kevin missed 2 back-to-back shots that you normally wouldn't see him miss for us to get the 3. So yeah, a bit of playing well, but you know, having some fortunate misses on happening on Team Canada's part.
You're definitely playing a tired team. I remember last year you got to the playoffs, you guys felt maybe a little fatigued. How's the energy level coming into a must-win game here tonight?
Yeah, night and day from last year. We feel so much more prepared in this situation. So right now, yeah, we're feeling like we can go the distance.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, his entire team really. He's at 90. BJ Neufeld 93. Matt Wozniak 88%, and Kevin Cooey by comparison just at 80. Mark Kennedy though is 100%, and Ben Hebert also curling the perfect game so far, but they trail on the scoreboard 3-2. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
I think we go.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
Well, all week we've been featuring our Newfoundland English lessons. Today, I don't know if there's a word for the big wins, but it's time to put your thinking caps on again.
Crooked is a bad mood that you usually wake up in. If you take cantankerous and grumpy and ill-tempered, I think all of those things are crooked. It's the way you look at people and the way you look at the world and the way you're taking things on that day, and everybody knows that you're crooked. It's very obvious, I think. Yes, definitely. When I was a child, I was often crooked. Sometimes if I didn't get my own way, I held my breath, and my mother thought that something had happened to me. So she picked me up and ran me to the neighbor's house thinking that there was something wrong with me, and I guess I started breathing again. Later, my family realized that this was just part of my crooked personality, and this is what I was going to do if I didn't get my own way, and that's crooked. Yeah.
Well, I would have used crooked today for some of the trees, some of the lampposts. There's a lot crooked today here in St. John's. Thankfully, we're all getting through it. Again, our thanks to everyone who worked so hard to get us back on the air. Newfoundland Hydro, who are out there working hard at this time. Still strong winds. They're expected, though, to diminish through the evening hours to more manageable conditions. Welcome back to our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier on this Saturday night. It is the semifinal game. Manitoba against Team Canada. And Team Canada, with their single in 5, means that here in 6 it will once again be Manitoba and the team skipped by Mike McEwen out of the Fort Rouge and Winnipeg that do have the last rock playing the Red Stones.
This is where you threw that bump kind of thing. Probably looking for just through.
Team Canada's getting a little bit of their own medicine from Mike McEwen, with Mike making those 2 great run back double and then a run back and forcing Kevin to tough shots into a force.
Speaking of tough shots, Danny Neufeld 2 buried perfectly, and Langer's going to try to tap, release the Reds. He doesn't have the line right. It's a takeout on his own.
Off.
Very nice.
And then the race stone is there for use if they can. Top edge of the 8.
Bumper.
Boy, big opportunity here for Manitoba. At this point, they're going to stay aggressive.
They seem very confident.
Good bump.
Well, it's now a corner guard, not a center guard. There's only one center to worry about as opposed to 2. Langer rolled a little bit. He had no choice.
Go, 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 go.
Gotta go.
Never off. Go, 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 go.
And rolling it over.
Good shot.
Very nice. Now they got 3 tucked in there.
Throw Matty out of the way.
Yeah, that's good. Good sweep, Beach.
I think this is a team
Same
Manitoba
kind
that
of
can
thing.
look back,
You hit it onto that, or
and no matter whether they win this Brier or not, can look back on the change in how they are on the ice and how they handle tough games and tight games. You know, we watched a couple games this week where they were down or Mike was struggled in the one game. They all stayed solid and supportive, and look at where you end up. It's impressive to see, and it's a tough turnaround as a team to do something like that mid-season.
Same weight, a little more.
clean. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. We're right in between them.
That's pretty
Good
good.
job, Brent.
Very nice.
It's pretty good.
Better.
Needs
Nice
a little,
curling.
little wall.
Good shot. We might get 8, but we got a chance.
They might get an
I got it.
8-ender, but we got a chance.
with the
That's
in.
exact truth.
Yeah, overhook it. Yeah. Okay.
Speed's nice.
Speed's as good as it's been, probably.
Yeah.
Like 15.
It's no
hog to
quicker.
hog.
It's the same. I don't know if it's it's
Well, I haven't
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
haven't thrown anything.
it's like
This
14,
is draw the button
14.8
nice.
is-
Yeah, I know. I'm just
14.8
thinking
is
about the weight. Huh?
14.8 is
think
the
that's
the number
good.
for T-line. We're close, Beach. I think it's there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just line.
Whoa, off.
Whoa, then.
Off. Line's good. Yep. Line's
Stay
tight.
close. Yeah, we can go.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Gotta go for line.
Hard beach.
Hard, BJ.
Go.
Hard. Gotta
Go,
go. You
BJ.
got it.
Go. Top 8.
Whoa.
Just line.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's all there.
Boy, did that
Yeah,
curl.
you're right in the pocket.
That spot has. It's crazy.
And now they're sitting the 4.
Mike, okay there? Yeah. Yeah.
Halfway to 8.
Yeah, I know.
Mine hooked hard too, my second one.
What do you have of this?
2/3, thick half. Just throw back line and you get through the hole, it's going to get to the nose.
Boy, tough. Risky shot. You
Think I
reckon
like
the
your
center
shot.
guard.
Yeah.
Could be ball game.
Easy hack.
Okay. Dead nose.
If you're a sliver high and sit in there, it's
Seeing those
okay.
run pretty straight.
I don't think you want to overthrow this. Easy hack.
We didn't take a lot.
You like that?
Yeah.
looks
I'll be
good.
easy hack.
Whoa.
Light
It's
hack.
good.
Easy. Just through.
Off.
Light hack.
Off. Clean.
Mark
Yep,
Kennedy.
Yep.
Hard.
Ben
Whoa,
Hebert
off. Yep.
coming through.
Whoa. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And we'll tap one out. Sitting
Get it out. Get it out.
top 8. Ooh.
That's it. Mark.
Looks like it may just be holding on.
Really good
That's
shot.
Dave.
Yeah, but yeah, look where shooter is.
Just ripping. That was what we were saying. We're line 3, right?
I think you just rip.
Yeah, I mean, he could play this.
Looks like it could be in if
think
they
this
ran the
ever
stick
goes,
around.
though. I think the rip's the shot.
Keeps it simple for us.
Yeah, rip it.
Okay, Beach.
I think this is a good call. Hey, Russ, I mean, you're up 3 in the 6th, end, or you're up 1 in the 6th end with hammer.
That's what made Kennedy's shot so good. He could have wrecked this just as easily coming through that port.
Okay. Good shot.
Just
Opening up everything.
It's really for Manitoba. Make sure you score. They're laying 3. Guards only help Team Canada.
Yeah, heavy board probably. I think the lower the roll, the better.
This is
so
right where I threw
Does
it
it-
over against Brad.
As a skip, I know the strategy suggests you want to rip it and open things up, though, Cheryl, but you have to be a little frustrated. If you're Mike McEwen, my goodness, you look at all those reds in there in a great spot, you're thinking about 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm playing. I'm
Doesn't
looking
it
at how much
frustrate
to
you
hit
that you have to open things up?
It does, and that's where a lot of skips go sideways too, and they don't. And then you get, but you learn once you get to 50 years of age that you should have ripped that guard because you get burnt by leaving it around and give up a steal.
Well, he's thinking it's heavy hack. He's thinking board.
Probably board.
Board, yeah.
Quarter?
Well,
It's about a third.
I think it's closer to a third.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm rolling in front and more importantly trying to get this one frozen on your side.
Yeah.
I don't know, hope one of them's frozen so they stay around.
Just boards, Mark.
I'm not killing that one.
Could do something like this.
Just bump it back.
That'd be pretty good because then there's a double off to the outside.
I like this.
But my worry here is that this yellow's going to squirt too far.
I don't think this one's ever squirting too far.
Okay, perfect then.
No.
Okay. Board.
Board, wait.
Playing with fire here, but you know what they're up to. They're desperately trying to steal or force here.
I think I need a sliver more for... Like I'm trying to hit a big third.
Come here. Don't worry about it. The key to this shot is getting this one all the way across to here.
Yes.
Once you get to here, we're pretty good. Then we can get rid of this one and come off it into over here, right?
I think the only way to do that is to play the double with more weight, right?
No.
No.
That one squirts.
If you get a
third of this, one squirts.
You're not killing that. If you're killing that, this one's one.
I don't think I'm killing the 7, if you're okay with that. I'm just...
Well, that's what I'm starting to think. You might want to throw like control.
Yeah, heavy board at least. And hit half a rock.
You're not going to roll frozen there, but like doing...
You just got to stay inside that one. I mean, that one's not even... But if we roll this, we want to roll it to here, right?
I know, but
this is more important than... We might over-roll that across the top, and that's fine.
I mean, I guess if you kick onto half of this, you just got to hope it lines up, but...
What? I don't think that's right. Don't think what's right? See if we got right to the nose of that, but we over-roll that. So at the half rock double. What? If you overroll. If you overroll.
Half rock double on what?
This is gone and this is gone.
On the inside of this. Yeah, if it's on the inside, then that's fine. I thought you said if we get right to the nose. You have to throw it hard to get it on. You got to get it on most of that. Okay. If you get it on a quarter, it's a disaster.
I mean, if it kicks onto there and a good chunk of it, it goes over here.
Yeah, no, I
you just don't want to be on it thin and then he noses it. This
Let me know when you're done, fellas.
Like 3/4 on it.
Board half a rock. It's close.
Yeah. Even if it didn't
good
go on
board,
the nose,
I think.
it's not
Good board. Hey.
Okay. It doesn't kill this side 8 yellow one. Though. Okay.
He's got him in some trouble, doesn't he, Joe?
He does, and so that's why the long discussion, because they're worried about what they leave. I like that. You catch it a little bit thicker, right to where Russ, you've got it, and then you roll your shooter over on top. You won't be frozen on the right, but you'll be on top of it.
That's what they're trying with it. This could end badly too, couldn't it? Because if you don't kick this frozen one, I'd be tempted to freeze another one.
Boards. Hard. Heavy board. Solid a bit.
Could line up these the 2 yellows that are here now could disappear in a hurry.
Whoa! Yep.
Hard.
Yes.
Right to it. Right to it.
Hard. Both of them. Both of them.
Whoa.
Hard, Benny.
Nice.
Okay. One rolls over and sits right on top. Sits right on the face.
And they're all, if you chase them, they're jamming on Manitoba stones. So pretty nice
Pretty much
leave.
dead frozen over here.
That's a good shot.
Good shot. That's a
Could do your shot.
might be a double, but a jam.
Can you make this double? Behind the other one. I mean, we're gonna lose this, right? But that's
losing that.
That's probably not the worst. Because this is all gonna line up onto that.
Kick this off. This might actually. It probably won't. It could get rubbed just a tiny bit.
Could just do this too.
Yeah, exactly. Sit 3 again. Just hit and roll over. Side frozen
I
almost.
think you make that double.
It'd be nice to unhook that though, right?
The only other shot. Yeah, it's not going to rearrange too much. I think that's the shot.
Okay.
Speed, you like the out?
This avoids any jam, and you sit possibly
like
3.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Sure, I'll just come down here, hit this fairly hard, try to get it by your own, number 1.
No, we're playing it off of it.
And then if you kick it into there, into that spot there, you might just move the yellow a little bit.
Hopefully we don't lose the back one, that's all.
Yeah, try to save this right-hand red.
Yeah.
think so.
The back red is in.
Team Canada still has some work to do here.
Right here.
Hit and roll a fraction. It's pretty good.
BJ Neufeld.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Last of the third stones. Here in 6.
Whoa.
Get it.
Oh, and
Shot.
they did. They lost that right-hand stone, but they did get that kick to get the Team Canada stone off the face, and they are sitting the 2 around the edge of the 4.
Great shot. Kicking that loose, that was the key.
At the same time, if they left a double.
They have, but I think they're going to lose their own yellow too.
Right, but if he's here,
well,
you're not even gonna have a double because it's gonna jam.
I don't know what else you like.
I don't know, something like.
And let's not forget that red stone right at the back, down there, just nibbling the back of the 12. Could it come into play as a second point for
I don't.
It
what
could.
is this?
Manitoba. It really could, Vic.
Well, if you could ever line it up onto here, he has a nose and he doesn't even sit second shot.
Make the millimeter high double. He makes this top double. You might have a double to force.
That.
If we make this long double and stay here.
That's what Kev's thinking.
And then he might make that nose double or this quarter rock double.
millimeter high?
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, it's probably the right call,
Make it
Kev.
across the top and get
Try and
into
get rid
there,
of that
but
little back 12-foot biter.
His
Play
draw's
that
gotta be
double.
fairly good.
Yeah, let's pick something.
We got nothing on the 5 right now, eh?
Well, unless you rolled.
Then he's just coming off this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Kind of like chasing that one because your shooter stays in the ring.
I like it.
Play the other double in the 4-foot and you lose one of your shot stones and your shooter.
It's amazing how you.
I mean, even if I miss that and bounce into here and whatever.
Yeah,
Just
it's
make the shot.
concentrating on all these rocks at the
your weight?
top 8-foot, and that's that little thing at the back that now
Normal,
starting to
so
worry
high.
about.
Is there any chance, if you played the double on those top 2, top 4, that the ricochet,
Sliver high with
the
normal,
care
is that
might
what
just
you
get
guys
the
are
one
saying?
at the back?
Yeah, it's true. It can.
Is that where they're playing the double?
They're the
Yep,
back
back
12-foot little biter.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so just off nose.
Kevin Cooey in his first.
Yep.
Hard in.
Hard, Benny.
Missed a couple early.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Yes. Yes.
Kenneth calling line. What do you got? Oh, and they missed another one.
Good shot.
I don't know if the rocks are jumping or they're just not sharp on the call, but that's been a few times they've had it and gone.
He might have a sharper rock too.
Yeah,
because
'cause-
remember he played the first end. It looked like it was heavy. They're screaming heavy. You made it
What's that?
perfect.
That double, if you nut, it's a nose triple, isn't it? For him?
What else do you do? I like this shot.
I think so. What else do you do? What else is there?
I like the shot.
I don't think there's anything else.
Okay, try and hit right there. It's thin. So run pretty straight. I don't have to whip it.
Maybe it's thin enough, Matt. You're going right into here.
Yeah.
You could make this double and roll in.
Well, that's the other option. That actually might not end up good, though.
Could get a real good result with that.
Yeah, but I mean, I could accidentally roll to here.
You're right.
and then
That's probably
maybe
the
mix
best
it down.
shot.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's not the best shot.
If you rolled it right to here, kind of protects.
You could
the
also
back
roll
one
to a
bit
bad
too,
spot.
right?
You could also roll something like that, and then he's nuts. I think this is the shot.
Okay.
I don't like leaving that there.
I like this. I have no issue with this. So just run
Quarter.
right your throat.
Yeah, this is this. Both doubles arguably which one's better, but this one frees up the 4-foot.
Yeah, Mike.
Job number 1 here for Manitoba would be to get the single.
Yeah, it's just all released, right?
Yeah.
Hits it thin. He stays sharp. If he's second shot, just stays on the corner there. He's sitting 2. How does Cooey make the double, let alone the one at the back?
Yeah, I don't think he does. That's why I think this way is better than rolling into the 4-foot.
If he doesn't
Trying to hit
stay
about a quarter, I think.
second shot, Cooey can hit and roll away a bit.
After a day like this, I think my head would hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of thinking here. coming through that difficult game with Northern Ontario, and then not much time to regroup, and now you're out here and playing for a spot in the championship final against Manitoba.
Whoa! No. Never.
Oh boy. Oh boy, and now watch it go and spin out the side.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
Just trying too hard to hit it thin. Close. Boy, how much more do I have to curl, Cheryl, to make that?
Not much.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't. It's giving away the opportunities.
Roll over there.
It was set up so well for him earlier for a deuce, maybe even 3. And then he opened it up, as you said.
Right there.
And now he gives the chance right back.
Well, yeah, because even if you get it too thick and you just roll into the side of that is good. I think they got caught a little bit with that just being a bit straighter. The inter moves so hard there with the draws.
That's nose, I think.
And going the other way, they got caught a few times on the
really straight, isn't it?
Straight spot, right in that spot. So I think it's just that line down there.
No, I think then you're making it easier.
So what's the play here, Russ?
I'm thinking dead on. If you roll to the button, it looks better, but then there's a half rock double that might take on. He might not either. He's one up with hammer here. Scoring a single here, it doesn't kill Manitoba.
Clean.
Whoa.
Final stone, 14 count.
No, you can't.
Clean it, Ben. Clean it, Ben.
Whoa.
Clean it.
Easy
Yes.
board.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
Head down.
Hard.
And he wants to sit right there.
Pretty risky.
This will be interesting.
Well, I think that's.
It's not bad.
I think he'll play it.
I like it. Throw.
What do you like, Matty? You like it?
Yeah.
Points
pretty
big.
Points pretty.
Inter.
Kind of weight.
Feel. Okay. We'll get a bit of movement. This is the exact same spot I threw that peel, the blank. This is the exact same area.
Yeah, you're right.
Curled up a little bit,
Just
but
a little.
pretty straight. Let's stay right there.
Even, yeah, okay. I was thinking just maybe even you think a shade more?
You take just a shade more.
It's a good feeling when you can remember throwing in that spot. You know exactly what it's going to do.
As the
You ever get this a little thick? Okay. This one goes this way.
All right, Mikey. Quarter?
Yep. Exact same spot.
Whoa.
Final stone.
Whoa.
Here in 6. Wozniak, a little dust. 1, 2, and away it goes. And it's 2 for sure. They didn't even put a stick to that one at the back. Manitoba gets a pair.
Mikey, great throw, bud.
Good watch.
That's the way to extend their lead over the defending champions on this Saturday night. While so much of the attention this week is on Brad Gushew's quest to win his first Brier, there's another equally talented skip who'd like to do the very same. Mike McEwen was born just 44 days after Brad Gushue back in 1980. And while a trip to our national championship has become a yearly occurrence for Gushue, Mike McEwen's Brier history, or lack thereof, has been well documented. He finally won the Manitoba title last year, and at his very first Brier, he was impressive, making the playoffs, finishing 4th. His team has been one of the world's best for nearly a decade, and after a slow start to this curling season, they once again have found their groove. Mike McEwen has said that for as long as he can remember, he has dreamed of winning the Brier. Now, he's just 2 wins away from that goal. Now, the people here at Mile One Center are hoping to see a long Brier drought come to an end this weekend. Mike McEwen is as well. As we come up from the concourse into the bowl here at Mile One Center, on this Saturday night. And yes, Manitoba trying to win this evening to give them a rematch against Newfoundland and Labrador, and Brad Gougeau in the championship game tomorrow night here in St. John's. Manitoba 27 Canadian men's curling championships. That ties them with Alberta. The last for Manitoba, Jeff Stoughton back in 2011. And so it will be Team Canada that has the last rock here in the 7th. A trip to the Ford Worlds in Edmonton is on the line, of course. It goes to the winner. And then should you be that team at the Worlds, if you stand on a podium, you'll get a spot at the curling trials. Of course, a Continental Cup bid, and then return as Team Canada next year at the Tim Hortons Brier in Regina. And then, of course, there's all that funding money that goes with it as an A-carded athlete. So lots at stake for the winner of this year's Tim Hortons Brier here in St. John's. Team Canada, Brent Lang.
Easy for life. Hurry, a little high. Let it curl,
well,
Benny.
We've all been in that situation, Cheryl, and to take on that thin double tells you something. A, he's confident, but after missing the first one, it's the same degree of difficulty basically in the first one. You miss it, it would be pretty hard to get in the hack and try it again. You hit the wide open hit, you're up 2. That shows me a lot of Mike McEwen.
And his team, I think the support they give him, and all of them, all 4 of them.
Yep. Hard down.
Hard.
Clean.
Hard.
Right up then.
Matt Wozniak.
Clean.
Clean. Good down. Good.
Atta boy.
Like this?
I want to be like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No?
You guys don't like burying one?
Sure, I do, if you want to talk to him. I don't mind either.
Like, if we bury one rock above where it is, we play the hit and roll over, there's never a double. You know, mine was just too deep considering where this guard is now, right?
Yeah.
This is tricky.
Back 4.
Well, they're both perfect. They
Yep.
both have to be perfect. Back 4. The weight right, you'll be close.
Whoa, wait only.
Weight's good. Line's close. Weight's good. Little extra.
Whoa.
No, weight's good.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa, then.
We can go.
Yep.
Bump at the right amount. Line's good.
Off the line.
Line's good. Bump at the right
Wait
amount.
only.
Right beside him.
Wait only.
Gotta go.
Yep. Oh. Shot.
It's the problem with those, and when they're not bumped the exact same distance, which was going to be really tough for Brent Lang. Now you can run that back if you,
pick it, too.
at some point in time.
You're going to come and top that, though.
Almost can't jam it, Cheryl.
No, because it didn't tap those reds far enough.
Well, now let's just go back to what Ben Hebert was saying. He thought, if I understood him correctly, not this shot we just saw, but just go behind the guard.
Go behind the guard comes off, then you hit the top red that they just moved, roll to the other side, and you're sitting 2nd and 3rd, but there's no double. I like Ben's idea.
Clean. Yep. Hard.
Really got to go, Danny.
Whoa. Yeah.
Denny Neufeld.
Shot.
When he just enough action off those stones, he gave it a good wrap, and it still went.
Sweep then.
I think. Well, the problem is, though, then I won't be able to freeze the button without giving them the double. Well, if we're right even with it, just biting T-line buried is pretty good. Okay.
Use this corner.
Let's just lose it in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Through. No, line's close, though.
No, we don't have room.
Easy.
A little bit of room.
Through.
Curl very much here.
Right, dead T-line.
Line's good. Gotta go for T. Hard bend. We're close.
No, Brent, get it here. Right on the tee. Gotta go. Go.
Hard for line. Go.
Seconds.
And around they go this time.
3rd shot, though.
Well, on the left, yeah, hello there. That's, of course, Don McEwen. On the right, there is BJ's Neufeld's wife. That's Sarah. And that's little Scarlett wearing her Manitoba sweater. She's just 9 months of age. Looking very cute.
There you go.
Whoa!
Clean it.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Good. Good throw, BJ.
Oh, no.
That's what I said. We took it away.
This is where you played that.
Yeah, the hack leader.
Over to
what I
here.
just said to these guys.
Like,
the middle of this
I want a
Manitoba
little more
lineup,
heavy
Wozniak
hack
at second
to
and
get a little
BJ
action.
Neufeld, 91, 94% respectively. And I mean, we often say, and I talked to you earlier today about how teams are built, and you need everyone to perform to make it easier for a Mike McEwen when he throws 88. And there's a great example of it.
That's BJ even raising his game, because he came in at 84, 8th, and moving it up under pressure, which is impressive. Mark Kennedy responding as well, though he's 100%.
Right. It's just been those runbacks, Russ, that Cooey has been automatic earlier today. Those have let him down. He's at 81%.
Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
No, guys.
Whoa. Hard break. Gotta go, Benny. You got something here.
Go, 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 go. Gee.
Oh, you just can't buy one.
Oh, another 6 inches, and this double isn't there.
It's a lot like watching Brad Jacobs in Northern Ontario today. They're so close, but that's probably the worst spot Mark could have left that.
Well, and this was sort of how I think Mike McEwen felt last night against Brad Gushu. It was the wrong side of the inch at times.
As natural as it gets.
You're trained to hit half a rock, and that's what Mark's
freezing.
Suggesting there. It's as natural as it gets. Half is really close here.
Yep. Hard, Denny. Hard, Denny. Hard, Denny.
Hard.
Go, Denny.
Hard.
Denny.
Come on, Denny.
Got it.
Go, 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 go,
Run it
go,
over in the
go,
corner.
go, go,
Kick
go,
it
go,
out.
go.
No, not quite.
Good.
Some ways better, because you can't hit that red one roll in without jamming.
That works pretty good. Not a boy.
Sets 2.
As long as you're a little bit on this side. Once you might be giving this a go. Right? You're a little on our side over here. I think you're okay. Walk it right on there, Kev. He's got to be tempted to peel this.
Okay, probably that edge of 8 then, no?
It's really close. Yeah. Like you're...
There's 2 here that would juice the whole way. A little light.
Yeah, it's close.
Not sliding quite as much in the house. You seen that?
Well, there's Dad. Fred
Walk it on.
celebrated his 70th birthday earlier today, or this week. And there is brother Jamie, who led, of course, the territories this week. Disappointing for him. He had a 1-10 record. And then in the foreground, that's Kevin's wife, Carla. And just in behind that, Jennifer Jones, of course, who's married to Brent Lang, throwing the second stones for Team Canada.
That's the only shot he has. He had to do.
You get a real good freeze here.
Felt there to me. Probably
Line's
close
good.
then. Just dead T-line.
Line's good. Line's good. Right on it. Doesn't have to curl. Line's good.
Weight's just there.
We're there. Looks heavy.
Line's good, guys.
Line's gonna over curl.
Peter, no.
Hold it. You gotta hold it. Hard, Benny.
Hard line. Hard. Hard, Benny.
Okay, Kev. Good throw.
Not bad.
Shot stone for the moment.
Weight was perfect. They just kind of lost it at the end. They didn't want to brush it because it was a touch heavy, so lost the line.
Pretty good. A thick half, and he might tick that red out of there, and then you've got a hit for 2.
So we're done? We could guard it. I mean, half decent guard. He's got to draw a side lid for 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a better.
I don't think he would have the draw.
I don't know.
No, but I don't think it. What are you thinking?
Oh, I was thinking the guard.
He shot.
Yeah, I know, but he would have the draw right to here.
Unless you leave him the room to play a quiet
I'll
tap.
probably pick that clean.
Would there be I mean, the guard has to be good to prevent the tap, correct?
Yes. Yeah, the guard has to be really good. Just comes down, taps it for 2, and they're already shot. So this is probably the best call.
I think what they're worrying about is if they don't quite execute this properly and kick out that back Manitoba stone, then there is a shot for 2 on the left-hand side.
Smooth, guys.
Here, Mikey, here we go.
A little bit of surgery needed here. Pick this clean.
No kidding. You almost have to let this go outside the stone that you're aiming at, and that's not a very comforting feeling.
Mike McEwen and his last.
Hard.
Here in 7.
Hard.
Denny Newfeld.
You got it.
All the way. All the way. And they'll get rid of it. Calling Dr. McEwen. Dr. McEwen to the mile 1.
I tried to be real gentle with that.
That was, or Danny, sorry, was on this the whole way down to hold it.
Yeah.
Think how much thicker that had to be hit to get rid of that. Just barely saves it.
The alternative of floating it is 3. Yeah. Yes. So.
Another big shot for McEwen.
Quite a bit less, I thought.
Oh boy.
What'd you get?
Less. Both of them agree. Ebert and Lang
Straight
less.
draw, though. Yeah.
And so they'll carry this again.
Straight draw. Looks here. Straight draw. Easy. Easy.
Just wonderful judgment. Ebert and Lang know it so well. They draw it to the lid. Slowly trying to claw their way back, Team Canada. Well, it started quietly, didn't it? And then it was a steal of 1, but that 3, and then the deuce. Some multiple point ends for Manitoba, while only singles being able to be generated by Team Canada, and that's your difference. And then, of course, we expect so much of Kevin Cooey to make those run-back doubles, and he just hasn't been able to get himself out of some trouble. And so here we go. Again, after a single, a force to a single. Here in the 8th, it'll be Manitoba leading 5-3. And once again, they have the last rock playing the Red Stones.
Room. Want to bite 4. Not rock, though. Not stone. Help him out, Beach. Replacement. Get the height. Get the height.
Well, Manitoba, they're just not giving an inch here, and you wonder if for Team Canada, if it's just a little bit from, they've been out here a long time, tough game today, big delay.
I think part of it's Magic Mike. This caused problems for Team Canada
Sweep
too.
for fairly tight.
He's made some nice shots.
Should be good, but tight.
Okay, you can finish it for line if you can.
Pick it a bit.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Shot, Ben.
It's coming down a bit, eh? A little bit.
Thinking here, Dan.
Speed should be good here, too, eh?
So coming down a bit, it's getting into the slide path, so not sliding quite as well.
It is, yeah.
We're talking maybe
some room.
foot and a half that these top brushers can identify the slight differences.
Clean.
Top 8.
Moving nice. Moving nice. Your line's good. Your line's good.
Weight's good.
A lot of it's even identifying the path. You could be outside the slide path, and it won't come down, and just the wear and tear down the slide path of most of the play down there and sliding out.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can just go to the button.
The intern.
Oh, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah?
You don't want to move this one, to the back button.
Yeah, this seems kind of early to play this.
Back four, Langer.
Well, plus they put that there for a reason. They can run it in, that red one.
Back four.
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
would
Remember, you should get a little bit of curl.
Be tapping some stuff back still. It's early enough to do so.
A little extra weight.
I got good.
I think that's really good.
Back
Line's
four,
good.
T-line.
Through.
T-line.
A lot of room.
Okay. Line's good. Get it back.
Line's
back
getting
four.
better.
It'll curl here.
Hard line.
Hard.
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 Hard. Keep
Hard. Keep her going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh, great one.
Let's see.
Good line, my man.
See, that's really easy earlier.
Well, spend St. Patrick's Day with Letterkenny. Your favorite Hicks and hockey players are back for a special episode celebrating the most perfect day of the year. It streams Monday, March 17th. Well done.
Quarter.
Only on Crave TV. Start your 1-month trial at cravetv.ca.
I feel like we're at the zoo.
Yep.
Hard beach.
Hard.
Hard,
You got it. Hard. Right up.
Good.
Right up.
Good.
Toss, Matt.
Very nice.
I kind of like that call that Manitoba played that red one wide open there so they can slash it in later, but it also leaves a pocket, and these runbacks peels get to be a little bit tougher because there's a big target of red down there. Get this in a little tighter, it's hard to remove it.
Yeah, it's hard to peel. Tighter. You don't want them to be able to get inside it though.
Somewhere tight.
Yep. Definitely getting slower out here.
Where are you?
Halfway. Really? Drag it
Keep
then.
her going then. Line's good.
They wanted a 3, which
Keep
is
her going.
kind of tight to the
Right up.
rings.
Keep going.
Right up. Good.
Okay.
I know what our shot is. Our shot's the nose hit on our outside, right?
It's not getting any quicker.
Third, you're fine. Yep.
Hard.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Right up. Right up, PJ. Hard. Hard.
Good.
But I just know what if you're just biting the line.
Yeah. Make it so he peels right into the red.
Does he pick? He might pick the back one.
And then we
Then
go
we
back
have,
four.
We have double guards. We tap that one. We can go around the intern, or we can tap this one.
It'll be getting fairly a little bit late, but
Oh, you're thinking go around this guard.
no, right here. If you go right here,
we
how does he
throw
peel
this
it?
one where I was trying to. What does he do?
That's kind of where Brent
Remember
was
top
trying
12.
to get to.
He probably rips that one. But then you go back four.
And then
Or
you
then
go-
you can hit it into the crotch even.
Ah, you're drawing if you, I think. Is my guess.
Yeah, or then you bump this. Even here, Mark.
What do you? Tell me through your scenario.
Well, you throw a guard, he peels. And he knows
Oh,
this
you wanna-
outside one.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what he does. That's what I'm saying. Do you?
He can hit and light. Seven
Huh?
shots.
Tight.
Just hit one of them.
Okay, here we go. Getting a little slower, Langer.
Yeah, it is. That one I thought was
there's
better
a-
than that.
Just the word of warning. We're in the 8th. Slide path. Pebble wearing down.
It'll be tight.
You see Brent, he wants to deal with that right
Where?
away, so gets on it.
Room.
Gives a
Yeah,
little
room.
extra
Room
carry.
looks all there, boys.
Now, just we know
Just there.
and we've seen that once you start to lose the stone, it's
Hard.
really tough to pick it up.
Right. So that's why
Hard,
Brent,
Benny.
really good heads up by him.
Hard, Ben. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
It's good.
Good spot.
Good sweeping.
Don't mind the rip again.
Oh, God.
I think so.
Yeah.
Corner.
2 feet
Alright, beat
deeper
quarter
in
off.
this half rock peel would not be there. Still not easy.
Yeah.
Hard.
Hard.
Right
up.
Wozniak.
Right up.
You know, and they run it across and miss their own.
Guess it's easier for the guy shooting 95%.
Not really.
Great game, BJ Neufeld.
Not that hard. And
Mark Kennedy's still at 100%. His opposite number.
To battle at thirds.
I mean, we could cheat it a bit and roll under.
We could still just tap it back button. Then he makes that shot. You might be able to tap for a pocket.
I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, it's tough to.
I think you should call a timeout, probably.
So timeout has been called by Team Canada. That's their first of 2 90-second timeouts available.
That's what we're thinking.
Isn't that how you get the force, by nosing that one?
Yeah, you hit this one if you're trying for the force.
Yeah, what he's going to play that.
I think your best chance of a steal is probably bumping one of those reds back, either behind the other red, which is behind this guard, or bump the other one over that way. And I mean, if he peels the guard.
I mean, if you bump it back on the nose or bump it back and roll in a hair.
Yeah.
Back button.
This one over here. I mean, he's still, if he plays that, he's still got to hope they.
You just don't want your shooter to go to a place where he plays off that and. Three.
You're talking about this one on this side?
Honestly, I don't see a
like
great
those two reds are.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, the best chance is a force and then try to get
or
a
make
boost.
him look at 3 or 2 and make.
Yeah, but I don't
stay.
even see it. You knows that.
What's he gonna do?
He's gonna throw like board with the intern on this.
Get them
and
both
go
under?
them both, but like he knows that spot.
I don't think he can get them both, Cool. No chance.
Oh, they can get the curl
Definitely
easy.
can.
Well, he just has to squirt us. He doesn't have to kill us. He just has to squirt it.
He can hit and roll low on that red, and the other one goes low too.
I think if he knows that other one, he's just playing the roll under with those two, and they're both above the tee line.
Okay, so what's up?
I think you bump this one back. You guys like that?
Whatever you like, Cool.
Just a hair high.
I don't see the steal here.
You just can't roll open, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on the nose.
Just try and bump it behind this center guard. Yeah.
So
This might
it's
be their
fine,
best
except
chance
he plays
at a
the
force.
same shot you said, and we're.
Yeah, but he might stagger him, and then
And
you
we
can
have
bump
ours
this one
there.
up, right?
And we should be able to do something.
And that's
over here.
exactly the
Tap
plan.
back.
Russ to force them if they can, hold Manitoba to a single, and then if you can, get a deuce in.
Exactly. Tap it back here somewhere. I even thought of tapping the other one, this one over here. Now, yes, you'd set up a yellow double, but so what? Then you
Probably need like back
loop around
here.
into this area here.
Yeah. Back 8.
This one, the problem with this is it'll be wide open, the yellow. Tap the other one, Cheryl, then froze to it. I don't think you can raise this red one if you're Mike McEwen.
Where's the
No,
weight?
it'd be pretty tough.
How's the weight?
Back 8. Line's
Little hot, little hot.
Back 8.
Little hot.
Back 8, back 12.
Yep.
Go for line, boys.
Got to keep the line, Benny. Hard. Hard.
Nice play.
Come on.
Okay.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Close.
It's not bad, Mark.
Sorry, guys. Close. Really close.
Pretty good.
Got double guards now.
Got a hack waiter here to sit
The
3.
way of his yellow, ideally.
Yes.
Your quarter under his yellow. If you do that, then it's looking
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
think you can get it all kind of lined up here.
Yeah, okay. So he can't tap his yellow.
Cooey saw this
I
coming,
think you're
but
just
you got to
looking
take a
for,
chance.
like,
2 down.
solid hack.
Yeah, I agree. Solid hack.
Half a rock, roll them both to the left a little bit.
2/3 low. Maybe even a little, yeah.
Even if you leave that one open, Cheryl, because I guess if you stick them both underneath, Cooey can go around everything.
Right, I think you probably want to leave it open.
It's good hack.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Pretty heavy, Mike.
Danny.
BJ Neufeld.
Whoa.
And
Okay,
we'll get rid
I
of
just wanna
one
leave
of
that
the
exposed,
Team Canada stones, and the shooter will hang around.
Not terrible.
All right.
Raised rock stays at the back,
Oh, yeah.
piling them up here.
I'm just worried. I guess it
This
doesn't
may
really
be
matter, but as
game
soon as
here.
you bump it, you're
They
forced
can't
shot up
prevent
there, and he can blast.
a big end for Team Canada.
Yeah, but once I go here, he bumps that up. It's so easy, right?
Okay.
We need We need something here.
So you're thinking just a little bit. Actually, Kev, the best shot is a little high.
No, your best shot is a little high and miss that and get that to the...
Yeah, gotcha.
And he can't.
Gotcha. Okay, I like it.
Playing the tap a little bit high, did he think?
Speed's still good here.
Yeah, but it's going to leave it yellow double, isn't it?
No, you'd be 1 and 4.
Get to the nose almost would be the play.
There's no option to draw back there, hey? Like even with the out or the intern?
Yeah, intern will get there.
Is that more than I gave? Yeah, that's a little more than I gave you, a little less.
This looks minimum with the way mine curled.
Okay, no, it's not minimum.
Such a short run, though, with that red one of Manitoba's on splitting the center line.
High and get it behind his red, too. But either or.
So they're playing the raise, are they?
Yep. They try to get it right on the button, and then McEwen's got to sneak around that guard with soft weight to play it straight back.
Close, but didn't feel heavy.
How we doing? Heavy.
Like to a little.
Yeah, keep in mind now, when you watch this, there is a long, just off center guard coming into play here.
Back 4. Whoa for line then.
There it
Watch
is.
the room. How heavy?
No, it's not heavy. Weight's perfect.
Whoa, get ready then. Whoa.
Now watch this. Just bump it to the to the button. Oh, wait, it'll stop. Center line back 4. There's shot rock for the moment.
Pretty good.
Beautiful.
Marcus, we were bumping frozen.
No, just bumping right to the button.
Pretty good shot, Kev.
I mean, if you could ever make it like this, just sit right there.
Knows that right? I think so, right?
You're thinking this? That was my first thought. Just come down and chip that out. Yeah, that's the best shot.
Kind of weight do you like?
And he's got to play this triple or the top again.
I like it.
Do you guys like just trying to
I think that's the best shot. Just hack.
Or back line even.
Even just back line's fine.
Yeah.
Just here.
Okay.
Just through.
Yellow doubles there too, Cheryl. It's probably going to kick off that back red one.
Sure.
Could stay for shots. This is
The hardest shot.
It's the hardest back line.
way better result.
Right?
You thought they would come down and play the red top 8 back?
That's what they're going to try.
All right.
Oh, I thought they're just drawing right to it. They're picking it out.
Yeah, they're going to play that red tap straight back.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, the danger there is it'll be just behind the button. If Cooey can somehow get one on the button, they got a shot at a steal.
I thought they were coming directly to those shot stone.
I think they looked at the tap. I actually think now they're trying to hack weight, just tap the yellow.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. They looked at both, Russ. You're right. And then I think this might have been the decision in the end.
And then we'll just roll open would be fine too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I think I heard somebody say this is the hardest of the two
It
shots.
is. But why not when you've been making them?
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
He gave it a bit. I think we're there.
Weight's good.
So a little extra.
Yeah.
Hard.
Denny Neufeld thinks. And so now Matt Wozniak has picked him
Not
up.
heavy, guys. Weight's good. Weight's perfect.
Got to get by that zone, top 8. Get by that one first. Oh, they did now. Enough to push it back, and they'll move it all the way back to sit 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not moving that very
What
far.
a nice throw. That was the best result, but the tougher shot.
Yeah.
Beautiful speed.
Yeah, to throw more, tad more.
Wanted to roll farther though, to be perfectly honest. It's brilliant, but that gives Cooey an out.
His shooter seemed to really
die.
Yeah, like right here, I thought it was rolling more, and it just stopped.
Whatever weight you see to get under there.
They need this desperately.
Hack's fine. That can't be hack.
Roll buried, make the double. Roll frozen would be the safest call.
If I get into the side of that, do you think he plays this back?
No. Hope so. And I hope he does.
Okay. Then I'm with you. Then hack is the weight.
Okay.
Has he got a flip underneath?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And the weight choice with hack gives him kind of that steeper roll.
No roll here, Vic. It's a hit for 4.
Hack. Clean, yep.
We need to see a little bit of the old Kevin Cooey now.
Whoa.
This is a big end setting up here for Manitoba. He has a chance maybe to take it away. Need a little bit of Cooey magic here. And over on the corner.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice shot, Kevin.
Really needed that one in 3.
Oh, it's killing me. I don't know what's better. I made it.
I was just watching. If you hit it thicker, if you hit it thicker,
You got enough room, Russ, for the double straight back?
But if I get it thinner and roll right beside it, I think he draws.
Or do you play your red? No.
Scoring's really important.
Or are you happy to get single
Make it.
and to put yourself up by 3?
Just.
Oh, nope, he's playing the straight back
like
double.
Now,
okay.
Looks like that guard is
If you're feeling it, I don't mind it, Mike.
he's feeling it.
guarding a good half of it here.
All right, let's make it.
If you're feeling it, he's shooting 90%.
There's the angle you want to see there. Oh boy, Cheryl, you dead
2/3,
on gets
right?
him a big
Yeah.
score.
Show me the ice.
I don't think he can give up a
Back
steal
that
at
up?
2, can he?
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, he'd have no.
So then it's worth it.
Leads by a couple. Right now, Team
Whoa.
Canada sitting the 1.
Yep.
Mike
Whoa, no, no.
McEwen.
Yep. Whoa.
Now, Neufeld.
Whoa.
Calling line,
No.
Wozniak.
Whoa.
Run
Come
it
on.
back.
Come
Got
on.
it. No, he'll run it by. Team Canada. Kevin Cooey gets that inside flip. He was feeling it and just didn't make it. Steal of 1. Yes. No. We were waiting to see the old Kevin Cooey. Made a wonderful hit and roll. They could have very easily just drawn down and taken their single, but someone at the front end said, well, Mike, if you're feeling it, we're good with this. But he just ran it by, results in a steal of 1 for Team Canada. So now they are within 1. And here in the 9th, once again, it'll be Manitoba that does have the last rock playing the Red Stones. All right, again, 2020 goggles. Do you take your 1, go up 6-3, or do you play that?
Hard, BJ.
Well, I liked what Russ said, that there wasn't a risk of giving up 2. So I think it was worth it. It's a risk versus reward, and you've got this skip that's playing 85%, and he says he feels it. So
Yeah.
I like the call.
Yeah, the 1 wasn't a gimme. They just slowed him down a little bit. I think the score to play the scoreboard, the draw was the right call. But
Line only, Kev. Line only.
Skipper felt it, so why not? They're still 1 up with. Boy, the Team Cooey made some nice shots at end, Vic. Couple tap in behind the button. Cooey made another tap, just slivered by the top 4-foot rock, and then the perfect hit and roll. Really worked hard for that steal.
It's going right. You just chip this now.
I like that.
And he couldn't get it by there. It must be
like
slowing
this?
down a little.
Sure. Think so.
Okay.
Cross the face.
Oh, BJ. Close.
Well.
Close.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Weight's good. A little heavy.
Little heavy.
Little heavy.
Should be okay.
Shooter.
Right over.
Shot.
Nice shot.
Shot in.
Around the red one. Real good. Okay.
Boy, there's a lot of junk out there now, eh?
Yeah.
Goodness. Just don't see it that often. And all 4 lead Stones are in the free guard zone.
Well, and the ticks are great, but for Manitoba, they love nothing more than a chance to blank. But those ticks have left a lot of guards around, and that's an opportunity for Canada to force. So
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
gonna have to clean some stones up here soon for Manitoba.
Pretty good. Yep.
Center line's open.
Little more.
But the 8's covered and 12s are covered.
You got lots to go around just like that.
Guard it all in.
See if you can come in off of that yellow.
Yeah. Right here, Matt.
Oh, he's thinking. Yellow kick into the rings.
And you've put Canada on the defense.
Yep.
Hard.
Matt Wozniak.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
BJ Neufeld called off.
Whoa, whoa.
Sorry,
One and underneath.
Halfway. Maybe safe here, boys.
Let's try.
No secret now. They're just going to keep guarding this thing.
Just keep it moving. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Line should be good. Halfway. Little room. Switch it to 10. Just go.
Keep going, line's good.
Make it a good guard.
Never off.
Keep going.
Never off. Gotta finish it. Gotta finish it.
A little more. A little more.
Keep
little
going.
More, little more. Little more.
Right up.
Good shot.
Good shot.
Sweet boys. Sorry, Marcus. That's fine. Here.
Mike, maybe just hit and roll away.
I imagine Bet is going to look very nice to that front end for Team Canada, Hebert and Lang, but bad news is the clocks go ahead tonight. They're going to lose an hour of sleep.
Let's go, Matty.
Control. Solid hack.
Oh, okay.
You like that or bump?
Bumper. Nice spot. Just curl a bit, eh?
Yep.
Just bump.
Whoa.
Weight's nice.
Clean.
Whoa, off.
Clean.
No, never.
Solid, Mike. Yep.
Coming through the hole.
Yeah. Hard.
It took off a little bit.
Hard.
Took off a little bit.
Whoa. Hard. Keep going.
And they'll try to roll it to the outside, and they'll tuck a piece. They're still in there in the hole.
To make their shot tougher, though, this next one, first of all, the yellow guard's in a better position than the last time they made it come around, so this they should be able to get this even closer to the button. And if it's partly open, Manitoba might hit this onto their own.
What'd you feel, Mark? There.
Yeah, you can see Manitoba really trying to get that to spring out to the edge of the 12, so it wasn't in the way.
Wait's there. Line's good. Wait's there.
Not sure why they wanted to let the Team Canada have a better crack at it come around.
Robin needs to stop. Line's perfect.
Oh, get over curl. If
Doesn't have to curl.
Oh, just on the tee.
Easy.
Just get over curl. Get over curl.
Nope. Off. Good shot. Yep. Good.
Yeah, maybe peeks out a little bit, but
what do we do?
Mark's had an incredible game. He's had to keep up with BJ.
well, he's got the advantage. He's at 100%, and BJ Neufeld is at 95.
Great numbers.
Good. Okay, let's make this guard good, boys.
A tight guard 3 times in a row, or at least the last one. It's not going to be a simple draw for Mike McEwen with that corner red guard. Kind of guarding that draw path on the intern side.
Get off the line.
It's going to be usable.
That's the stone you're talking right there on the right.
Right there. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, they got to get it, move it over a little more. And
good sweep, fella.
So if this was the last shot of the end,
I thought I threw mine soft.
to get through that port
was
is really hard. Fortunately for Canada, he's left it open.
Might be forced to even go out to the left, Russ. Wide side intern.
Right around the red one.
Yeah.
Right.
Which would be a completely new path.
Would be easier though, wouldn't it?
Just rip it.
It's interesting because it's as if the hook was out and Mike McEwen was nibbling around it. But if they do go after shot stone and they do peel it out, that guard now closer to center line.
It's better still.
Better, yeah.
Attaboy. Shot.
So the voice of reason in this case, BJ Neufeld, just rip it.
Keep talking. Yeah. Shot, BJ.
Two-way draw here.
What does he score if we guard it twice? You got to guard it. Dead guard it. Yeah.
Could go here.
I don't like that.
I don't hate that.
I hate that. Well, if he makes hit and roll, it's game over.
Hit and roll where?
If he rolls under the guard.
He's going to be top 4. I've got 2.
How does he score now if he did guard it twice?
I missed the guard.
Oh.
Dead. I don't mind the dead guard.
We're not guarding twice on my
you don't
last
like going
one.
around over there now?
Now? We're here?
Well, behind this guard, even with that yellow.
I'm counting the red.
Leave him that. I'm not a big
I
fan.
think I prefer even with it.
Well, if you're going in, it has to be even.
I think
Okay,
I like
guard
the
it then.
guard on
Okay.
this one.
Okay.
You don't like this guard over here, and we have the wide in-turn or the
You
out-turn
don't like
if he
the
doesn't make the
center
roll.
guard,
I think I like this because, I mean, if you guard anywhere close to it,
yeah, he's peeling.
It's a usable guard anyway.
So we're up.
That red stone just on the left of center line. That's the one that Ross is referring to. Could come into play here if it's left to a draw for McEwen.
Absolutely.
He makes it good and you rip it.
And I think that, Cheryl, do you think that's part of
Line's good on this one.
Kevin Cooey's thought
Still
process
room,
here?
but
I
line's
don't
good.
want to
The
go
line's good.
behind that guard,
Line's good.
as maybe Brent Lang was suggesting, because
Line's
if he
good.
rips that off, then my path is open.
Yeah, it
Stay
is.
with
And
it.
so
Stay ready, stay with it.
this,
Right side.
he's throwing this guard right now,
Whoa.
and then
Yep.
if he makes it really good, it's
Whoa,
forcing
whoa, no, no,
McEwen
no,
to
no, no.
remove it, and then he's
spot,
got
Kev.
some options after
Really good
that.
spot.
So I liked it. They talked about a center guard, which you could, and then you might tempt Mike to hit the open one, and then you've got a couple to go around.
Keep in mind the thickness of a curling stone would be basically something like this, where it comes down and curls and curls and curls like into that type of trajectory. You might not get by there. So Cheryl's call might be the easiest one, down way out wide and bring it in that way.
But
New path, bit of a guess.
yeah,
So that's I think why Ben wanted to guard it twice.
But if we go any deeper, it makes his roll in easier.
Not sure Kevin's bought into that yet.
No, he didn't seem to. He was worried if he missed it,
Oh,
but
for sure at this point. Any shot he has against the steel that's not an open hit.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
Now, did they line up the run back here,
We
or just the peel?
just
Don't
the
think
peel.
it's worth it.
Okay. And peel, that's what they do.
You ever jam it, pick, stick there, and they sink another one.
Throw. Oh boy. Something happened? Pardon? Did something happen?
I like dead even.
Oh, I
don't you?
saw you look up. I thought maybe Ben said something.
Dead even.
No. Okay.
He's just looking at himself.
Yeah, let's go.
Where do you want to see it?
Little more.
Slots.
Yeah, so they aren't going to do that because that draw, that wide draw that Cheryl talked about is still there. So sit 2.
Oh, it should be there.
I thought it was a little heavy, if anything.
We got room.
Just full 8, Benny.
Talk to us.
Got to be dead even. Right
If
here.
you're not sure, go deep.
Is it deep?
We gotta go.
Yeah, go then. Go.
It is.
Go then.
Go.
And it is deep,
Right here.
and here they
Right
do
to my
go.
back.
No, not that deep. Not that deep.
How about that deep? That's actually really good. That's fine.
And
spot.
that's
Yeah,
how
deep
far.
enough.
That's how deep.
Good throw, Kevin.
Back
Good,
8.
Kev. Nice shot,
Sit
Kev.
2.
Starting to slide a little better.
That's a little better.
You play the hit and roll, Matty? I like that.
Yeah, I think so.
They really wanted Mike to draw because it is changing a little bit, getting later in the game.
And he would have if Kevin had thrown that lighter. If he threw that top 8, Mike would have to draw. Or not have to, but he probably would have.
But slide nice. Got a roll here. Yeah.
Go, Mike.
Nose hit here is a steal of 1, so he has to roll.
This was Team Canada's focus for this end. They said force, and they've achieved that with this shot.
It's the right call for McEwen too, isn't it? You know, even if you hit it dead on, you're still tied with hammer coming home.
Yeah. All right, Mikey, here we go.
Just bump.
Whoa,
Final
whoa,
stone.
whoa.
Manitoba, Mike
light.
McEwen. And facing 2 here.
Yep.
Team Canada sitting the 2.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Needs to little roll towards center line.
Hard back.
And there it is.
Attaboy.
Wonderful shot. Very nice. To get the single. And once again, leads by 2, but the last rock coming home belongs to the defending champions.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere, proud sponsors of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for over 35 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Well, here we go on this Saturday night at Tim Hortons Brier in St. John's. The defending champions fighting for their lives here against Manitoba in this semifinal. The winner to go on and play Newfoundland Labrador, Brad Gouju, tomorrow night. Team Canada looking for a couple to tie to force an extra. And so far this game, they have yet to put together a multiple point end. 4 straight singles so far. But they do have last rock. Team Canada playing the Yellowstones.
Even them up.
Even them up.
You don't see it as much anymore. A little more desperation here maybe for Kevin
Get
Cooey,
even.
but I like the 2 corner guards.
Belt there to me. Belt there to me. Easy, 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 easy.
Obviously, you run the risk of not lining them up properly, and
Curlin.
the double peel being made, especially with these stones.
We were talking about that the other day, though, you and I both saying that, you know, you throw the one corner and then you come into the rings and tap step around and the end goes away, and we've watched that all week.
Yeah, the McEwen team in this case wants to drag the play into the rings as soon as possible, so they have more tries to make yellow doubles. This certainly delays it. If you ever get one missed or on the nose, you never know.
Whoa. Yep. Queen. Yep. Queen, queen, queen. Right up. Throw them out. They're good.
Shot. 6-4 on the scoreboard. And it was that 3 put on the board in the 4th by Manitoba. And then, of course, that run of singles, be it a steal of 1 in 8, gets them close. And when you look at percentages, both skips now at 86%. And at the 3rd spot, Mark Kennedy still perfect at 100. BJ Neufeld, his opposite number at 96. Wonderful games being played by the thirds. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Yep, gotta go, gotta go,
gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, go,
gotta
go.
go, right up, right up.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, yep. Yep. Good. Clean. Oh boy.
Even with that top one.
See Manitoba overthrowing anything. If they're a little bit jittery, a little nervous here, you'd be whipping those peels down there. It's just as important to throw your peel your normal speed.
I think they're there. Weight's real good. I think we're T-line.
Whoa, room.
T-line, weight's
Let it
real
curl.
good. Let it curl.
Clean it.
T-line.
Whoa.
Let it curl.
Let it curl then. Let it curl.
Let
then.
it curl. Yeah, I'm trying to. Mark.
Yep.
Mark,
Mark,
go, 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 go,
Mark.
go, 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 go. Come on. Go, go, go. Go,
go,
keep
go, go,
going.
go.
Once
Ready,
again,
go.
ignoring
Keep going,
those
keep
stones
going.
in the middle and trying to use their own guard, and they'll just go T-line, pulling the 8.
But he's peeling.
Well, it's good enough to make Mike go up and peel.
One more guard. Yeah. One more. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Hard, 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 hard.
Hard.
Come on, Denny.
Hard.
Come on, Denny, you're good.
Danny Neufeld picks up his brother,
Sweet.
and they'll peel off the guard.
Shot beach.
One more guard here for Team Canada.
A little high, but don't hit it early.
Whoa. Where are you?
Halfway.
Line's good.
Clean.
Line's good. Halfway.
Halfway.
To the
two-
cup.
two-thirds.
Oh, then. Just clean.
Need a
Clean
Brent.
it.
You.
Stay with it.
Ben.
Stay with it.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Good shot. Nice, Mark. We have timeouts left?
Well,
yeah, we have one.
Good shot, Mark.
Thanks.
Which one do we hit and roll on?
You can guard it again. He has to peel.
Yeah, same thing.
It's a tough game to watch either of these teams lose the way they've played.
Well, it's just been those shots that we think and have seen Kevin Cooey make routinely.
Right.
Right, the doubles,
Shot,
the
you got it,
runbacks. He just hasn't made them.
No, and giving up that 3-ender, they haven't done it all week.
Like a bit of weight
Team
to
Canada.
get some
And
action.
then they did it in the 4th, and that's really the point, the swing.
Hey, like a bit of weight to get some action.
Okay.
Pick your weight, man. You got to throw it.
I love good board, Kev.
Okay, I don't hate this way. Remember you
I'm
played?
okay with that. Yeah.
Good board.
Yeah.
Remember you played that one right here?
Okay, man.
Yeah.
What's the speed?
Good board.
Cross the face, hit and roll to the tee line, taking away any yellow double for the moment.
Weight's there.
Cannot roll out.
Heavy if anything.
Clean.
Ready.
Close.
Get ready.
Yes. Yep.
Brent Lang.
Hard. Come on, Brent.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Brent.
Waiting as hard as he can.
Hard. Stay with it.
As hard as he can.
Yep.
Great shot, Mark.
And they'll roll the tee line, edge of the 8.
Made a move. That's my bad. Made a move, eh?
That might be your 2 points.
He
Good.
gets angry at me to motivate me. He doesn't know that does the opposite.
Good sweeping
He's
Langer.
mad at me like I did something wrong.
I don't even think it matters what you do. He's freezing this.
If he's ever on the wrong side, he'll be able to get both. Yeah. This is going to be in the
Or if
way,
he's
though.
heavy or
This is
light.
going to be in the way, though, of that.
Roll it so that it's
I
out
think,
of the way.
I think so.
Like if he's only on a quarter, like roll it to here. I don't think you want to roll there. That just makes this easier, doesn't it?
You could roll this right to here.
My thoughts to just nose this. That would be goal.
Well, I'm just. Then if he goes here, I'm just.
Hold on a second here.
Nose is pretty good.
If you nose this, and he goes here, and you guard it, doesn't that work?
Yeah, I think he knows this. I think
Nose is pretty good.
That puts the most pressure on him, I think.
Okay. Right?
I like
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like.
Okay.
Hey, don't you think that?
Dead nose or.
Nose is good.
Real nose.
I like yes.
If you can roll it away a little, is great.
Just like just easy.
Okay. That's a nice spot.
It's a nice spot.
Chris Neufeld, prior champion with Vic Peters back in 1992.
Okay, Mike. Nose it, maybe make a perfect one, and then
Let's see what it looks like.
see what it looks like.
All right, Mikey, here we go.
Sam, Mark?
I think we have to roll in a little. I think we have to roll in and make the double off the.
Yeah, but then if he rolls to just shot over there, aren't they pretty much dead even?
No. No. Well, the softer you make the roll, the better the
I
angle's
think
going
if
to be.
we nose and he noses, I think it's there.
Little soft.
Clean it.
Whoa,
Hair down.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep. Right
Hard,
up.
hard,
Right up.
hard. Good.
There it is,
Good.
right on the nose.
Throw Mikey out of boy.
Double.
I
don't
know.
think.
If, they
Remember,
know, if we nose and they nose, the double goes underneath all
Yeah,
that.
I was a rock short.
And he rolls in, kind of.
His only shot.
Anything he rolls in after he knows, there will be a double for
Yeah.
sure.
And he can't roll out any further without sitting second.
Two noses, there's, even if he's over here, I think it's still there. It's not easy.
My question is the double for you going to be easier off of this one? Like, do we play this right now? And then when he rolls away.
I mean, I could do something like.
If you ever roll it to here, it's game over.
Oh, I see.
No, and if I can roll to here and then he rolls over here.
Okay.
Yeah, dead nose, Mark.
Make sure we have a shot.
I like that.
Kind of like what he just threw.
He
Hey,
threw like that good board, easy control. Is that the weight?
So safest to just sit right there.
Yeah, I think they have to, Cheryl. And then they're hoping they get another nose hit. Because Mike can't roll this way. He has to stay here. Or he rolls off that yellow one. If Kevin goes here, Mike can hit and roll in a little bit. But, you know, you're getting dangerously close to setting up a double.
Right.
The only thing is it might do that.
What's that for, Kev? Control?
All depends on what the exchange of angles here on these two.
Into the side of it on
Kevin can't roll in too far either. He might set up a double. Dead on's all he's got, I think.
Weight's good. Good board.
Kevin Cooey in his first.
Hard
So we play here in 10.
Whoa.
Team Canada with last rock.
Yep. Yes.
Looking to score 2 to force an extra. And right on the nose.
Very good.
Perfect.
I think you just got to nose it.
Yeah, just make him make it.
Yeah. Easy weight.
Yeah, just peek it.
Okay.
Any chance, if they do bang this on the nose, that rock difference,
Just go for the nose.
the
I know
double
what you're thinking.
on that stone in the forefoot would touch the rock on the edge of the edge.
But it very well could. If you line, let's try to draw this up. You hit this perfect, it'll go there. If you hit it a little underneath, it'll go there, and you'll get it onto that side one. So even if you roll, I think if Mike rolls a little bit, Cheryl, maybe gets it into this area, then that double's even harder.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'd like it.
Because it's pretty straight there, but...
Rolls 5 inches, 6 inches in, I think it might not be a double.
But you don't want to roll any more than that. Nose is pretty good.
Whoa,
Yeah, take your chances, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Close. Yep.
Hard.
Hard, Matt.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Final stone for
Yep.
Manitoba.
Hard.
And there it is, right on the nose.
Okay. Shot.
That looks a little steep,
Without
doesn't
jamming,
it?
I think it's.
Or is it
not
just the
jamming,
camera
I think
angle that...
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, it's
Gotta be perfect.
it's pretty
I don't
good.
think we throw peel.
Yeah, I think we do too. Just pick our spot here, both of us.
What
I think
is
it's
it?
Yeah, you
thin
get
half.
rock, 'cause if you're thin
Yeah,
on it, it's going to
even a
catch
third's
Really
probably
thin
safe.
I'm liking right there.
Yeah, I
What do
like
you
that.
think?
Kev.
Rolling out? Yeah, okay. What is it, Kev? Half? Thin half?
Thin, got to be on the
Right
thin
now,
side of half.
Mike McEwen has the game and a trip to the final. Kevin Cooey needing to make the double, stick the shooter, count 2 to force an extra.
He goes into the side of that red one, it redirects on the yellow. He's got to get half of that shot rock, that's all.
Yeah, on the thin side even.
He's had his trouble with the big shots so far tonight. Kevin Cooey, Hebert. Gotta hold it now, watch it, and no trouble this time for Kevin Cooey. The defending champions, the world champions, pick up that much needed 2. Manitoba stone sliding underneath. We're going to go one more.
I was actually at the Brier in Edmonton in 2013 that they announced Kamloops was going to get the Brier in 2014. And I knew the size of Kamloops, the size of the arena, and I knew that we were, had an arena that was as big with more population. And I put out a tweet saying, why not St. John's, or who wants to see a Brier in St. John's? And it really took on a life of its own. And that was really what started this whole process to get the Brier here this year.
And it has been memorable so far for everyone, including Praguju and Newfoundland and Labrador. They are into the final after that win last night in the 1-2 page playoff over Manitoba. So who will they play? Will be the winner of this one. Manitoba, Team Canada, as we go to an extra tied at 6. The loser will play Northern Ontario for the bronze medal tomorrow afternoon here at Mile 1. So Manitoba with the last rock. They have the hammer playing the red stones.
Spot tank.
What a brilliant double to keep the season going here for Cooey. What a brilliant roll by Mark Kennedy to even have a chance to make the double.
That was the setup shot for that deuce, and a tough shot to boot.
Hard. Whoa! Weight's perfect. Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah! You're good.
Yeah!
Go, go, go.
Watch a little tick now. And they'll open it up. Leaves the stone covering the edge of the 8.
Great weight. Thanks. Do it again.
Denny's proven why he came in here. Number
Hard line,
1 lead
hard line.
overall during the round robin.
Come on, guys.
94%, that's a huge number to
Gotta
put
go.
up all week.
Come on, boys.
Come on,
guys. Come on, come on.
Being out curled tonight, however, by
Come on, boys.
Ben Hebert.
Come on, Langer. Come on, boys.
Oh boy, guys. And there they go.
Great job, boys.
Just.
Great job.
It's really good. It makes the tick, you look at a different tick. It's higher, makes it tougher.
I would classify it as higher for sure.
Played across the face, maybe, is he this time?
Yeah.
More chance of banging this on the nose, is there, do you think?
Yeah, you tend to have an idea what you want to do when it's this high. This shot doesn't have time to curve, so you tend to hit it too thick.
Go, Beach. Go,
Should
Beach.
go into
Go,
this
Beach.
anyways.
Good shot, Denny.
Good shot,
Oh,
Dan.
he did. That's great. He sure did go into that. Now they're staggered a little bit over there.
Shot.
Thanks. It's either a high guard. Okay. Can we do the fry and spin them both in?
Not there.
It is. You got to throw a peel though.
It's not. I don't think it is there, my man.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Make him make that peel.
Hang, I don't know how he's going to be able to kick out hard enough to throw a draw after brushing that last one.
T-line.
T-line, yeah.
That's where Kev threw his. It's decent here. Yeah. Same as I gave you last time. Okay.
Been a long day for this
It's not heavy. No, it's light.
Team Canada.
We're not bad here, Kev.
Hey, line's fine.
They're reaching now for every
Gotta
breath.
wait, man.
No, just put it right on the tee here.
Mine's not good.
Just go.
Easy.
Just
Easy,
go.
easy,
Back
easy,
tee.
easy. Stop.
Back tee.
Just on the tee.
Yep.
Back tee.
Yep.
Just on the tee.
We got this, Barry.
Go.
Just on the tee.
Yeah, I got you, Kev. I hear you.
And just on the tee.
Mark.
Gets so hard when you get tired and you tend to overthrow because you want to kick out hard enough, and focus is tough.
That's there unless I'm throwing peel at it, but the other guys don't think it's there, but I think it's close.
So then I think we should throw a tight guard with Brents and save it for yours.
Weight's nice.
Yep.
Good.
Hard.
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 Really good.
Right up.
Go, Den.
Matt
Go,
Wozniak
Dan.
going after
Roll
Sean
it,
Stone,
BJ.
and
Roll it.
he'll
Roll it,
roll it
roll it.
towards the center line. It'll settle back button. Somebody said something about a fry. Do you want to throw a fry? What's that?
Well, last year at the Brier, there's a similar shot. The angle was a little bit different. Those two yellows. He threw like a board waiter, hit, rolled the shooter, and the one he raised off the back one in, and it left two guards on the center line. But because of that angle they have there right now, they'd have to throw like peel weight to kick that top yellow and the shooter over.
Just clean. Split
Brian
center.
Fry coined that shot.
It was unbelievable.
It was.
He threw like a board weight. The angles were better, but he threw a board weight and rolled two rocks right into the center, and then he had two guards to work with.
Yeah, I got you.
Good shot.
Not often you get a shot named after you. Lisa Weagle and Brian Fry.
Like when do we do it? When what? We just get buried on the corner.
Yep.
I tell you what, that hit and roll by Manitoba is not where they wanted to roll.
Why?
Well, a perfect freeze.
You got the pin covered?
You got her covered in frozen. Now it would have to be perfect to stop Manitoba from getting it out of there.
Okay, let's guard it then.
Guard.
You could see a blank hand actually here.
You could.
Mine's a little tight, if anything. Where are you?
Weight's good.
Yeah, weight's good. Tight. A little tighter than me.
No,
Oh,
weight's
just
good.
keep it near center line.
Weight's good.
Good.
We got to talk about this.
Sorry.
Talk about this.
That's good. Good, pretty good.
Got it?
Oh, shoot. I didn't want to leave him any angle here.
Bigger off. Guard.
Clean. BJ Neufeld.
Yep.
Just a wonderful game by both thirds.
What your last one?
And then now
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is if we went.
Our coverage of MLS on TSN continues. San Jose and Whitecaps FC coming up next on TSN 1 and 3.
I'd rather him take a chance at a draw. And that's our best. Then we have a center guard.
The best chance for the draw is coming around the corner.
So you're thinking if we leave it there and this is your last, you make a nut freeze, right?
Yeah, but
just take us through your thought. Go ahead and take it. Yeah, sure.
Time out.
Time out.
Take us through what
Do
you're
you
thinking.
actually think he's going to miss the 8-foot?
He hasn't thrown
a draw since the third
but
end,
it's
and he put it in
still,
the half.
it's still close.
Is
No,
it?
he
What's
threw
the
that
plan?
draw
We
for
keep throwing-
3.
keep guarding that.
That was back 8.
Yeah.
He threw 2 that end.
But he's thrown 2 draws back 12, and the speed's different. So you're just thinking double extra. We keep guarding the appeal. You make the perfect freeze,
And he blasts.
He tries to blast.
You're thinking he's going to miss the blast. We think he's just
Maybe,
gonna get a
or
third
then
one.
we maybe misses the ticks.
Yeah.
Better chance than
true.
missing the 8-foot.
I don't hate that rationale. What do you think, Clive? Once we go
You're
around
throwing
the
a
corner,
guard this time, or I like the guard this time. I think.
I do too. I think if you go around the corner, he's going to follow you. If he gets second shot, lights out.
Yeah. And then I actually like a guard, and then I even don't mind real tight
Listen,
guard,
guys,
even if you're...
his last draw was the 4th end. Yeah. So if anything, like you throw the center guard even on your second or like on your first one, he hasn't thrown a draw for 6 ends. He's a little off either way. You know, you can get in there. He's not just drawing.
Okay, so the last draw, 4th end, he's thrown 4. McEwen now we're speaking. He's thrown 4 draws and is 75% on those draws.
Yeah, if there was a half decent hard draw.
And it was a long time ago his last draw was.
We're giving him a draw to the 8-foot with no chance of losing.
But I'm top 8. How does he follow if I'm top 8?
He doesn't have to freeze on you. It just has to be second shot.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
No,
Langer's
Brent's right.
very right.
You're right. He could actually be wide open, and it wouldn't matter.
Exactly. Because then you hit and roll on Kevin's first.
Team Canada goes around the
When he
corner,
draws again,
sounds
no,
good,
it's
but
2.
Manitoba can just sit 2 somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you freeze, you blast it out there, Manitoba wins because they've got second shot.
We're all in, boys. Finally.
Now, you may remember last night in that 1-2 page playoff when Mike McEwen knew it was a little out of reach. They went to school on a draw, but it was playing this way towards the home end in the 10th. Now they're going the other way. I mean, I don't know if that means anything in this case.
Oh, it can't hurt him at all. It was a brilliant move by McEwen to do that, and that could pay dividends here. You're absolutely right.
Just, you throw the freeze and you're a little off, and it's a
Well, I know, but we're not. We got to be sharp.
Yeah.
Hey.
But isn't it? There's the value. Let's give some props here to Scott Pfeiffer.
Yep.
He's charting the stones. He's watching the shots. He knew exactly to come out and say, last draw, 4th end.
He knew it. That's huge for this team. Well, and even Kevin Cooey's saying,
I don't think you want to be that guarding.
if we get a chance and freeze and they blast and it's a blank, will Denny make the ticks, 4 ticks in a row?
Maybe. I don't mind being.
Probably just
slightly
across.
off center.
Guard her up now,
Split
boys.
center. But if he draws, it's over.
If he draws and misses, that's our best chance of a win.
I like it then.
If he wants to have at it.
Okay, then dead guard it so you have
We'll
both
see
turns.
what they like. Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to see for ice?
You just don't want to be a little more.
What Mike McEwen's banking on here is, first of all, he's keeping the front open for his last one.
I think so. Because if he draws, he has
Then
to make
the
it
odds of
perfect.
that freeze being perfect, and Kevin will probably prove us wrong.
That's what I think too.
Dead guard it.
Anything left, anything right, you've got to wide open hit to win.
8-foot.
Is there any chance,
Stack it dead.
depending on where this guard is, that
Try and get
McEwen
it
says, I'm not
fairly tight, but
not going to rip it, I'm going to go in there myself?
I don't know, Cheryl. It's possible, but it wouldn't be
I mean,
me.
to give him a second chance. If he hasn't drawn, maybe he needs that first one just to get a feel?
Well, I guess the worry is if Kevin made the world's perfect freeze, you'd be pretty sad you didn't play the come around. But you have to play the odds here.
Hard, Benny.
Hold it. Hold it, Benny. Keep going. A little bit more.
Okay, let her stop. Stop.
Good spot. Good spot.
Good spot, Kev. Really good.
Yeah, that's good, Kev.
Good.
Now, McEwen followed this through. If he does go top 4,
Jeez, that just curled her.
I don't think Kevin can even get in there.
This is perfect. That is perfect. You're right. Yeah. I think the slight over curl is perfect, right? Right here.
Yeah, well, this is good too, though.
So I don't disagree with this at all, other than
top button.
Canada feels they want to make them draw. I know it's not his last one, but if this ever slides maybe to a little different position.
I've got the pocket.
Yeah.
Or it's high. Yeah, it's.
Now you can't think that if you're Mike McEwen, he's a great player. He just, even if he goes top 8, it makes Kevin work for it. But this does give Canada a chance.
If he doesn't get there, you do still have the in-turn. Yep. Hopefully he gets his a piece tucked though. Yeah, that curl.
Or if I can get there with the out.
Get to the
possibly nose. So that he can't use as the out.
I think it's more likely because it's gotten a little stickier that Mike comes up a little bit short.
Why not just leave this wide open, Cheryl? Top 4, top 8.
So you can run it in?
He's not going to be as light.
I don't think they didn't want to bury it, did they?
I thought so.
Well, you heard Kevin Cooey say he would prefer, he would like McEwen maybe to just tuck a little bit so it couldn't be run back straight. So here we go. First draw for
Matty, what do you got?
Got some room.
Mike McEwen since the 4th end. 75% on all those 4 draws. Now it's up to Wozniak. Denny Neufeld.
Hard, guys.
Now here they go.
Come on, Denny.
Does he have that draw weight? And he'll get it to the top 8. Now is there room to get in there?
Sure is. Not easy.
But it's there. It's high enough.
You don't even have to be on the nose, Cheryl. Just get it half buried.
And it was a little heavy and it over curled center. I think you're almost
It's just the trick because not having thrown a draw since the 4th end and you don't know how sticky it is.
I thought they tried to keep that wide open, Cheryl.
Well, I think with the weight, it may not have curled as much. I didn't know they were trying to bury it.
Well,
so now you can't use it.
You can't raise anything either other than the yellow. You'd have to go yellow, red, kick this yellow out if this is made.
I
But
think it'll be coming in hard from.
Yeah, same speed.
You think that's enough ice?
I do.
Need to be shot stone.
Don't have to
Wife
move.
Carla.
Nope.
Jennifer Jones. Brother Jamie. That draw came up just a little light. Chance to get in here. How good has he been on his draws? There, 98% so far. On his 11 draws so far.
Line's good.
To play on, possibly. Needs to be the shot rock.
Perfect.
Like the line. Now it's up to Lang and Hebert. Everything you've got left now, boys. You got to
Wait only.
bring it there. 98% so far. 98%, and he comes through with a beauty.
That's incredible.
Good job.
what a team shot, all 4 of them. A lot of pressure on the front end, obviously, but Kennedy to be that calm.
I don't know what to tell you.
If you're Mike McEwen, you may just have had your spot in the final.
Pick we just
Your pocket
don't throw
picked.
it hard though.
What's that?
Don't throw it hard.
Just got to hit in the right spot.
Just got to run the yellow onto red.
Take the out turn.
Onto yellow.
What about the other draw, the other side? Now again, he hasn't. He's only thrown 5, and that first one comes top 8. What about drawing with the other turn? Can you get through that hole, or is it not there?
Well, you could get through the hole, but I think you overcurl once you get to that red top 8-foot stone.
Wow.
Danger here, too, is it's possible the yellow stays somewhere. Let's say it stays there. They got to be careful not to lose all these reds. Like that. Then yellow still wins. Now, pretend Mike had peeled Vic, and then Kevin Cooey put it where he just did. Mike could have an awful easy shot to win if
Right.
he had peeled. On the other hand, Kevin might have taken less ice and made it better.
He elected to go.
Yeah, if it hits the yellow one, we lose.
Okay, Mikey.
So,
Here we go.
here we go indeed. All on the line. Wife Dawn watches a spot in the final against Newfoundland and Labrador. On the line here right now, it is Team Canada
You can make it
sitting
both
the
ways.
one. Mike McEwen.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And it'll be BJ Neufeld calling line. Wozniak, Denny Neufeld. Just passengers right now. Got to come up for them. They'll walk away. It won't come up. And Team Canada and Kevin Cooey are going to steal a spot in the final of the Tim Hortons Brier. Make the final 7-6. And so once again, Manitoba will fall short as they did a year ago. Team Canada, it's a rematch all around. Tomorrow, the bronze medal, Northern Ontario against Manitoba. Newfoundland and Labrador will play Team Canada for this year's championship. So our championship Sunday will start with the bronze medal game. Mike McEwen against Brad Jacobs. 1:30 Eastern Time, 1, 3, and 5. And make a note. Yes, in most parts of the country, your clocks go ahead tonight. We don't want you to miss a thing. Spring ahead. What a day it's been. So till we talk with you again tomorrow, our thanks again to everyone whose effort today got us back on the air and got power to Mile 1. Thanks for joining us. The Tim Hortons Brier is only here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.